So you want to learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knox guy loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place to rather spend the money nice than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time.
Oh yeah, we didn't have theme songs when you were on. We have two now.
Yeah, we're gonna jump the shark on that one from 0 to 2.
With more one day coming, probably. I could see us looking at Tommy and being like, so we need at least one more. And make it another just completely different
Tyler
style.
wants a country song.
Well, doesn't even have to be that. Just another different style, just to make it as weird as shit.
Well, it'd be the outro song. Yeah.
Some sad, like, ballad outro song.
So country, John was right.
You can have ballads that aren't necessarily country, thank you.
No, you said sad, though. I mean,
that is fair.
Yeah.
I did do that. That'd just be funny as shit.
Right?
You're the only show with 3 theme songs. Anyway, what's up, guys? Obviously,
Aspire to our level.
we're the Two Beerded Guys. I'm TBG_Ops Guy.
Mudhog B&Q.
Our guest today,
Hey, I'm Tom Shriver McGreevy. Thanks for having me on, guys.
dude, our first ever guest. We're excited to have him back. This is stupid amounts of fun. And behind the camera, the one, the only, I love his hat today.
Oscar and Matt.
The goal is we're live on Facebook and YouTube. If you're on Facebook and it randomly stops working, because, you know, it does that.
Facebook and things.
Because it just sometimes doesn't like us. If that happens, switch over to YouTube. Or if, you know, we start sounding Chinese again on there, or Japanese film, the old Japanese films.
Yeah.
You know, Godzilla, which has happened to us recently. Switch.
Oh, I did not
over to
adjust
YouTube.
that, actually.
That's why I knew you did. That's why
Damn it, I forgot about it.
it didn't
You're so
dawn on me
close,
until
John.
as we started the music. And I went, I forgot to remind John.
Yeah.
So I'm on my phone right now, actually doing work. I'm trying to move the link over to one of the pages we post on. So I'm not just ignoring you guys. But we do have our amazing beer lined up. Well, theoretically, amazing beer lined up. There is one or two that worry me.
Just never know.
Off-screen, Matt, kick us off with your anticipated beer.
All right, personal preference here, and as a redemption story off of the last episode, I'm looking forward to Hog Molly, seeing what they got in this one.
Yeah, agreed. Hog Molly, it was a little rough last week. I love them.
As a place we typically like I'm sure they're going to come back strong.
This one is in port barrels, which I absolutely always love. So I'm excited. Let's go.
I got my eyes on this, the Great Pumpkin over there. I think anytime there's an Imperial Pumpkin, Lakefront Brewery does a really good one every year. That thing's like 9.5% to 13%, depending on the year.
It's a big pumpkin.
Really good. Super tasty. I've never had anything like it. So I'm hoping this scratches that itch just a little bit at least.
Nice.
Heavy Seas typically make some pretty good beers. So, you know, I picked it up. Hopefully, you know, I'm not a big pumpkin guy, but I did the, like, pumpkin, Heavy Seas. Got a shot. Got a shot. For me, I mean, frankly, as excited as I am for Strong Side, every year when it comes out, I get excited. I gotta go with the barley wine aged in cap soft barrels.
The cap soft, I just hope sets that on.
Oh, dude, it's either gonna ruin it completely or make it great. I don't think there's gonna be any in between with that beer, which is also why it's my anticipated, because there is a very broad level of outcomes.
We'll definitely discuss what that is when we get to that beer, that cap.
Cab Sauv?
It's a wine, man.
Well, I mean, for those of us that maybe aren't wine drinkers, you know, like
It's a red wine.
It has an
See, that
oaky
helps.
afterbirth.
A little dry. I love how everybody on this side of the camera is like, dude, you don't know this?
This is a beer drinking show. I'm a beer drinker, okay?
It's not beer and it's not bourbon.
As you can tell, we are rocking the Hawaiian look today. Honestly, we kind of found out that everybody's day slightly sucked. I think John's the only one that had like an at least average day.
Good for you.
It was average.
You know, Matt was texting us at like noon, telling us he was ready to drink. I just had a shitty day. Tom shows up and goes, I'm really happy we did this. I kind of had a bummer day.
It's Monday, dude.
And honestly, I was just a little bored at work, so.
I text the guys and I'm like, we're wearing Hawaiian shirts. Like, I need bright. John just went, I'm in. Cool. Tom's like, I'll go home and get the shirt before I come over.
Yeah, my wife's flying to Florida right now, so I'm with you in spirit.
So that is why we are, you know, doing this. And of course, I had to go pretty unbuttoned, so.
Yeah.
This is actually more buttons than normal, though, for me.
It really is.
I'm tamed. Now, a few more beers in, maybe it'll...
That's coming down.
Maybe as the show goes, you just
Well, and one thing I didn't realize, not because I don't think off-screen Matt was here last time I was here. I didn't know you were naked the whole episode. Like, I understand why it's off-screen now.
Today I'm wearing the Hawaiian shirt
nude.
over, but that's it. Yeah.
I thought that was just your chest hair. My bad.
The
That's
best
fair.
part is
That's
he
fair.
doesn't even know exactly why that's funny, and it's still hilarious.
Yeah, fucking hilarious.
Oh,
He's got a sweater underneath there.
that just made my fucking day.
Yeah, I don't really see too many cold days.
Damn it.
He's layered all the time. What you got?
something pulling my
Anybody
glass on me.
commenting?
Yeah, we got Jules Xavier, Mr. Russell on says, "Let's go."
Let's go.
He was on before the camera was even on.
He actually was, yeah.
One of our very first viewers. Oh, if we're not our first viewer.
Yeah, very.
We got our
very
first viewer
good.
and our first guest.
Him and
Hello again.
Carrie are pretty much tied for first viewership, I think,
What are
technically.
you doing over there?
I had something fall in my damn cup. I can't get it out.
Listen,
It's
you're
just too
struggling,
tall
bud.
to reach. It's like a fuzzy.
Wait, that's like only 4 inches.
That's pretty deep. 4
Can't
inches is a
Yeah,
lot.
that's
a lot
what
of
we have
ground
to tell
cover.
you, ladies. 4
That is-
inches.
Yeah.
That's way more than 4. Come on.
fucking give up. It fucking better be.
It's at least 9 inches.
Yeah.
Like,
Every woman I've ever been with, this is a foot. All right?
this is half a foot.
That is 8 inches right there, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back. This is going to be fun. Clearly.
Yeah.
Had our last November event this past weekend, so we'll talk a little bit about that. John and I got real drunk.
It was a fun time.
No.
There's a lot at the end of that we got real drunk. I remember it all, but we got real drunk.
Well, it wasn't an Irish fest.
And we Irished it up.
We did.
So,
All night long.
Matt, you got anything else for us?
Yep, Brett just jumped on, says, "What's up, you beautiful tropical sumbitches?"
And Tyler?
Not yet. He might be typing that, though.
Okay. Because every week there's
Oh, there it is. And no.
every week
Oh,
there- there's a compliment, and then
Russell says he's wearing a shirt.
yes.
Honor of the show.
Nice.
Good job, Russell.
All right.
Beautiful.
So just a reminder, guys, we do score everything on Untapped live. So as soon as we score the beer, I throw our average score into our Untapped. If you're like Tom and follow us, you're smart. If you don't, well, you're dumb. So follow us. If
You want to be smart or dumb?
yeah, exactly.
It's up to you.
You don't want to be Brett. You want to be Smo. All right. He couldn't even hit the button. He started to hit the button. Started laughing. Oh, that just made my day. But with everything the way we do, it's on here. So if you were to miss a score, whatever, walk away, miss the score, it'll be on there right away. It is the Untapped scale, so it's in quarter increments because we ain't paying for that 0.1 bullshit. So everything's from 0.25 to 5. 3 is a perfectly average beer. Above 3, above average. Shocker. 4 or higher is seek out. So even if it's not your style, but it's good enough, it's so good, so well made that you go, man, this may not be something I normally buy, but if it's, my buddies go, hey, pick me up some IPAs to drink with us, or, pick me up some barley wines, whatever, and that's the one that, like, damn, if I'm having to find a beer, I'm finding that beer, that's still above a 4. 4, 7, 5, and 5 are, that's, especially 5, that's jingling your tingles, tingling your jingles, tickling your Elmo. What the fuck's yours again?
Twig your tweeter.
Twix your tweeter. John, what's your favorite one to say, even though it's not yours?
Fluff your muff.
There it is. And so, it's really hitting you in that good G spot. Under 3 is below average, but, that 2 to 3 is still real solid beer. A lot of times core beers can be there. They're drinkable, just not really average. It might be something just a little off. Under 2, that's where, all right, that 1 to 2, you're kind of going, I paid for this. I'm not wasting beer. My buddy gave it to me and he's watching me. I'll drink it. Whatever. Not great, but I can choke it down. Under 1, that is drain pour quality.
Fuck off.
That is, Pride by Listerman, Best Damn IPA in Alabama, all that kind of shit. It's fucked out the window kind of beer. But on this show, Mama didn't raise no bitch, and they're sober kids in Africa, so we don't drain pour anything on the show. And so it's 2 weeks in a row. All I've gotten is the nod, and I think it's because their personalities are like makes sense.
You got the nod and the smile, though, so you have the acknowledgement. Last week he said he's not stone
Last week, Gabby was so stone-faced. I'm just like, oh, God, did I insult her? And it was more like, she's just like, no, that makes sense to me. And I'm like, all right, now you are one of us. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm starting to
What's
get
the
complex.
average rating right now on
Our average score is a 3.42.
I'm a 3.3. a 347, I think, on my own. So
I think you're better than us.
Oh, I apologize. We went up. We're a 343 now.
Okay.
So that is our average rating, which is pretty solid. We do have plenty of scores under 1.
I mean, we do have a Hog Molly beer coming up. So
We
it might go
do
down.
have quite a few 5s.
Kidding, guys. Love you.
But our top average score is a 3.5. Has our most ratings.
Makes sense.
Okay.
So just slightly above average is our typical highest rated.
I feel like a lot of beers fit in that category these days. Like, people are making good beer. We've kind of gone over, like, everybody making beer to only kind of everybody making beer.
Like, you can get a good IPA that tastes like every other IPA, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's
three
three and a
and a
half.
half every time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So tired of every IPA tasting the same.
Got a couple new comments here. Brett actually switched it up. Instead of saying and Tyler, we got it and Matt.
My brother appreciates me.
Don't go that far, buddy.
Well, he does say he sees you wearing your fur coat under your shirt. So,
Damn straight.
And you're back. He also
Give me the
says
Sharpie.
the 5 rating could be a Tickles My Tyler.
Nah,
That's coming from Brett, not
I
me.
like that one.
Tickles my
Oh,
At least
Are you
somebody
still
is.
working on that?
got it! It was a piece of fluff. It was driving me nuts.
And then we got Cam
Give me that.
Doan. Haven't seen him on here for a while.
What's
How
up,
you
buddy?
doing, little buddy? It says Two Beerded
No, I need
Guys,
this. I'm medicated
LFG.
today.
I don't know if that's, for life kind of thing. LFG?
Let's fucking go.
Ah!
Or looking for group.
Yeah, I'm thinking World of Warcraft. Looking for
I mean, the
group.
second one
I think
kinda
in this
fits.
one, it's let's fucking go, but
Yeah. Okay.
Now, if he had... Oh, he actually has LFG twice, so probably both of them.
Looking for group. Let's fucking go.
Go!
Doan.
It's a good dude. He lives like 1,000 feet from you.
Nah, he lives harder than that. I moved.
I mean, that
Oh
definitely...
yeah, I realized. Like, oh shit, I'm not supposed to say this.
The LFG definitely sounds like an OnlyFans group or room or something, right? Like...
That's what those old guys say. LFG when they're talking to Matt.
Damn straight they do. They're a big fan of Matt. Anything else?
Catches us up for meow.
All right. So, our first beer of the night is by Terre Haute Brewing Company. This is the 10-gallon hat Mexican style lager.
All right.
Drink beer from Indiana is what the can says.
Spoke too soon. Brett says, looking for grandma, LFG.
That fits.
Speaking my language, Brett.
Is that still sexual or not, though?
That has layers of jokes to that.
It's not specific to your grandma, right?
Last seen 2 Saturdays ago.
This
Please help me
is
find her.
cool. This is a 4.5% Mexican lager. A warm breeze blowing across a desert oasis. The welcoming glow of neon lights. Now it's time for your first big drink of this cold, refreshing Mexican lager. Brewed in Indiana and crafted with only premium barley for the most smooth and flavorful experience, no matter where you may roam. I want a brewery one day to put on their can, crafted with the shit that we found on the for sale lot, and they actually paid us to haul away. Like, I really want to see, like, someone just be like, dude, we were at the auctions, we were buying some shit, they had stuff they couldn't get rid of. They were just like, man, we'll give you $20 just to load it up and get it out of here. And then we brewed this beer with it.
We had that. It was the...
Books and Brews beer?
Whoa.
Which one? I'm just kidding.
All of them.
They got plenty of decent.
All right, I don't like this.
What don't you like?
It was going right and then back left.
Yeah.
I needed just to keep turning.
It's called a
There we
remix,
go.
Tyler.
Yeah, production's gone up around here.
We're trying.
Hey, look at that.
Right?
If you go back and... So, like we said, Tom was on the first ever episode, right?
Oh, it just went back.
What the fuck is going on with this damn thing?
Well, it's now on that setting.
I really want you to know that Terre Haute Brewing Company brewed this beverage.
I needed to go all the way around.
Oh.
The rotating display stand instructions.
Which button is which?
It's staying on this revolving screen of failure until you get this fixed, Tyler.
It literally doesn't even say that's an option.
It is.
It says
right to left,
clockwise
left to
or
right.
counterclockwise.
And there's the third one.
Which,
No.
Yeah.
really, this isn't a bad thing. If you just scoot a little bit more, you don't have to worry about all the back label stuff that no one cares about anyways.
Everybody, welcome to Tech Troubleshooting with Tyler.
This could be
It's gonna
half
be
the
the whole
episode.
segment today. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Oh, now
That is hauling ass.
Yeah, I can't. THBC.
All right.
There we go. I think I got it now.
Oh, THBC. Not to be confused with
1, 2, and
BYBC.
Keep going.
There you go. 1, 2, and 3.
Motherfucker.
Had a good run though. We got a full rotation that time.
It's pretty entertaining to watch it.
You know
I'm
it
not gonna lie. Yeah, I know it's gonna. Yep, there it goes again.
I mean, we're getting almost the full label art anyways on that road.
Yeah, but it's going to drive me nuts. Like, I'm medicated today, and it would still drive me nuts. I think we're good. I think we're good. Keep going, you piece of shit.
All right, we got a beer, huh?
Yeah, so...
Hey, we're good!
Yay!
And Psych.
So it's hit right to left, not ASA.
And that's what you get when you get name brand, baby.
And ASA actually still works as long as you set it to 360, which I find hilarious that there's the option of it just turning like it kind of does now, but
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
How long has Terre Haute Brewing Company been around?
Ooh, good question.
That is a good question.
In this current format, I think probably 10 to 15 years.
It's what, third
I
time
see
being
since
open?
1837 on the label, so I didn't know if they've been around like way longer than I knew.
So it's one of the original craft breweries in Indiana, essentially.
Okay.
But not really. It was around very briefly when it first opened and then died for a very, very long time.
Gotcha.
It says 1837 with an asterisk.
And then there was the Prohibition era.
It came back,
Okay.
and then,
Because of Champagne Velvet, that's when that was a thing.
Yeah.
Champagne Velvet was one of the biggest brands in the country.
It does claim an over 100-year history,
Nice.
but I know there are big chunks of that where it wasn't around.
Seems like they're really starting to get back on the map.
They've grown a lot in the last 5 years.
And you know, honestly, this beer, when you go in that Mexican lager, you want that nice, easy drinking with a little bit of lime. And I think that
I'm a fan of this one. I don't typically drink a ton of Mexican lagers. I think this one has a little more flavor than some, which is, for me, great. The only knock I have on it is there is no carb in this beer hardly at
I
all.
was going to say,
Yeah.
lighter carbed and could honestly be just a tad bit drier.
For a light, easy drinking beer, I want carbonation. And there is next to none in this. So we switch that up. We carb it up a little higher, and I think it takes it to that next level.
Yep.
As always, guys, we do the average of the three people on screen scores. And then we try to remember to ask Matt what he thinks of a beer. It doesn't always happen, but we attempt. He doesn't count, but, we'll still try to ask. Let him pretend he matters. I mean, counts. He always matters. He always matters. He just doesn't count.
Here's a rough day.
Sorry, I channeled Kelly a little bit. She's going to be on at the end of the year, and I was already anticipating her making fun of you again and saying something on accident or purpose.
Or purpose.
You can never tell with her.
I've been hyping up her episode because she has that cool app.
Dude, that episode's going to be...
Yeah.
I have so many plans for our marketing to help for that episode to hype it up more.
What's the app? Is it hot dog, not a hot dog?
What?
Silicon Valley.
Right?
Yeah.
You take a picture, it tells you if it's a hot dog or not.
No.
It's a great app. It's a great app.
Thank you for the reference catch over there.
You got it. What is the app, though, for real?
So the app... I was finding this beer.
And I don't know the name of it.
It's called Story Pop. So essentially what Story Pop is, and I am not logged in right now, evidently. Oops, that makes it harder to talk about. But essentially what it is it is an app that helps you party plan themed parties.
Oh,
so
nice.
not only normal themed parties, but say you want to do a murder mystery party. If you're hosting a murder mystery party, typically the host can't participate in shit because to make sure it runs well, they have to know everything. So therefore, you can't play. Well, with Story Pop, if you want to do a murder mystery and everybody be a part of it, they all download the app.
Okay.
All right. So everybody has the app on their phone, so that's where they get their clues and different things like that. You can set stuff up around the house to go along with it, all that stuff. But you get to participate because you don't know who it is either. You get to play right along with it. It'll also give you, say you want to go full out with this theme. Say it is this massive pirate-themed murder mystery party or whatever.
Yar.
They'll give you food recipes with names so you can have cocktails and different drinks, food, all that stuff that's themed with, your party. It'll help you with decoration ideas. It literally will be like, hey, if you aren't the most creative human but really like these type of parties, here you go. Or you're creative as hell but just need that little bit of extra
you want to do it for
idea stuff.
Yeah.
It's a really cool app. The app itself is free. The big parties and events you do pay for, like, to get access to them, but they're in the process of adding some small, like, little, and like those big parties, it's like use once type of deal. But like there's like these little things, like little events, like say you have a group of people coming over and you just want a group game while the rest of the party's showing up, right?
Nice.
You can literally, you'll buy that, and you'll always have access to it. So
Okay.
people are showing up. You're like, hey guys, we're gonna turn on blah 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 on Story Pop, pull it up. That way, 20 people are still coming. Why don't we get started playing something having fun? All sorts of cool things like that. So Kelly will go a lot more in depth. She'll explain it a lot more, but I'm excited for that episode.
Yeah,
That sounds cool.
excited.
Mostly because we get to just be straight up nerds for that episode.
Yep.
So
Are we gonna dress up like pirates and play the pirate game on that?
no,
That got me
but
excited.
I'll probably dress
There's an
up.
idea.
We might pick a theme at least. Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm down to pick a theme.
Hawaii
Hell yeah.
5-0.
We can't do Hawaii again.
That's this episode.
Oh, damn it.
Just every theme ever is Hawaiian.
But
Mandalorian.
back to this beer. Now that John got me off topic a little bit, back to this beer. John, you were first to score it.
I think it's a very good beer. I don't necessarily think it's a seek it out sort of beer, but I would gladly, when I want something light, and I would gladly drink this with the low carb. I'm going to give it a 3 1/4. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be like right along the same area, a lot of the same sentiments. I like that it had a little bit of wine, a little bit of sweetness to it, but not overly sweet. It gets overused, but it's a great lawnmower beer. If I'm going to Indy 5, I can chug a bunch of those and still
Yeah.
feel all right.
Yeah.
So that's a solid 3 for me.
I'm going to agree with Tom. It's a 3. For me, the low carb keeps it from... It has the opportunity to jump into like a 3.5, 3.75, but with the carb level the way it was, that's a big hit miss for me on this style of beer. So it drops it down to just an average, solid, but just average beer.
Yeah.
Matt, again, you don't count in the scoring, but we do care about your opinion. So what do you got for us?
It's 3. Yeah.
I lied a little bit there, but
They're pretty drinkable. Like I said, more carb would be go a long way on it, but it's just a Mexican lager. Nothing really stand out, nothing bad. Average.
obviously the average was a 3 between the three of us.
Yep.
And definitely a 3 even if we included Matt. So solid start.
Solid
I'll take
start.
I'll take a
Yeah.
3 off of Mexican lager to start our day.
Let's keep it all 3s and above today.
I've got to say, I would like
Got
to
a
see,
couple I'm a
I
little
have
worried
faith.
about.
I have faith.
I would like to see an Indy 5 where it's just like 5 laps to see how aggressive that shit gets, though. You said the Indy 5. You're trying to hate me right now.
I kind of like it though. Just a 5-lap race. Just
Basically, a demolition
42
derby.
cars hauling
You
ass.
mean the last 5 laps of the race?
Except before everybody's
Yeah.
already like
Yeah.
falling off or whatever. So instead of just like the front 10 cars going, like 42 motherfuckers going for it. Because if you're that back car, if it's a 5-lap race, you have a shot. Just go.
Dodge. Just dodge.
Dodge and weave. Dodge and weave.
No flags.
Everybody spins out. You just
Yep, just go around them or get in the pile.
That would be a
good.
oh.
that would be kind of fun.
It'd be an event.
I
It'd be expensive.
do that for all the rookie drivers that don't actually make it into the race. They get to do it Indy 5 like the day before or the day of something just right before.
Yeah. That'd be a good time.
This is how you pop your cherry at the 500 on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. is You have to do the Indy 5. If you live, you get a race at the other one.
The Death 5.
That's how they determine the last 3.
By an Indy 5 race.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh boy.
fun.
I think that would be as attended as the Indy 500 itself because that would be
think
a clusterfuck.
Yep.
Of course, Snake Pit would still be a thing.
Well, of course. The Snake Pit would actually sponsor the Indy 5.
Yeah, Snake Pit's actually the official drink next year.
Oh,
It's almost all tequila.
it's just a shot of tequila.
Yeah. No salt, no lime, just kicking the nuts. We got a couple comments here, too. Brett says, Cam is like Parliament, Big Ben. Look, kids. Parliament, Big Ben. Big Ben. Kids.
Hey, look, kids. It's Big Ben.
And he also says,
Parliament.
I'm guessing
Great
this is
movie.
when you were saying it was going to drive you nuts. He says, that'd be a short drive for Tyler. He also says he's getting paid double time to watch the show right now. Thank you for your sacrifice, Brett.
Yes.
And Cam says they better not have used water from Wabash in that beer. I think we got to dodge that one.
I mean, in all fairness, they probably did.
Yeah.
Maybe they did.
I mean, I'm going to...
It's Terre Haute.
There ain't a lot of
Yeah.
other things to use.
Yeah, you RO it. That's fine.
That does pretty magical work. Those ROs.
Yeah.
Thank God.
For sure.
I love how we live in Indiana. You use an RO. Otherwise, you're using the hardest fucking water on the planet.
Top 5 in the nation.
Straight from the White River. That's where I brew all my home brews.
He just takes a bucket,
Straight up.
Yeah.
has a hand pump, just sits there and cranks it.
I have the most unique color in my beer that you will ever see.
Speaking of unique colored beers,
You know?
Usually.
Yeah.
speaking of
purple.
unique colored beers, there's a good chance this one's one of them. We are coming up and drinking Purple Slush. Keep cold, which we did. So, thank God. Wiley Roots Brewing Company. And Wiley Roots is out of Colorado. I just don't remember where. Greeley, Colorado. Okay. Sour ale brewed with grape drink mix. 5.5%.
Okay.
Shouldn't be a slush, but
should be great.
Still throwing a little roll in there.
And Brett says, Tyler, your bowling ball is in the way of what the movie quote is on the sign.
Always.
It is.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hide and
Wow.
seek game. You just kind of got to like play and wait for it, piece it all together when he moves different ways.
I shook it. It's getting darker as we go. There we go.
That's not the color I expected.
None of us had an expectation of kind of brown Wabash water.
Yeah, it looks like beer.
Except slightly grayer.
Yeah, it's a gray beer.
I don't really held up there. It's kind of purple. Like, yeah,
That is.
purplish, depending on how much light's penetrating.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
It looks like bathwater, straight up. I
Nah.
mean, it's going to taste like it, though.
Throwing the puppy on can now
That's
that
a
you got
nice
it working.
nose on it, though.
Oh,
You
shit.
Get that grape drink.
It smells tart.
Add some grape drink.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is.
That's smack you in the face grape drink.
Tastes like purple.
What's purple taste like? This.
Sours are becoming, like, a lot more popular, as I'm sure you all know. How many sours do you do a week? Probably do
We have one a week usually, but we
Yeah.
don't do a lot of the weird ones as often. I like traditional sours a lot.
Yeah.
John somewhat likes them often.
Yeah.
Matt hates them, so
I
it's really
despise
fun
them,
to
the
watch his face.
Fiery passion of 1,000 suns.
Anything that he says smells like feet, he hates, which is the entire left 2 rows of that shelf right now, the Freedom Sours.
AKA the foot
yeah.
shelf.
And it's
man.
so much fun to screw with him, so I'll throw one of those on.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, this actually has, like, a little bit of a sour tang to it. I feel like a lot of the sours I have these days just...
Or
Sour
sweet.
is almost... Yeah, it's just it's the style, which
Yeah, it's-
obviously it is, but...
In
you don't
name
get
more
that
than anything else.
profile much.
To me, it's teetering on the edge of vinegar.
Oh, I don't get any vinegar at all.
To me, it's teetering.
I get
Right there.
grape powder and a little tartness. I get 0 vinegar. We had a sour, what was it, last week that was teetering on
yeah.
the edge of vinegar.
No, that
I have no vinegar in it at all.
If my Uncle Jeff came up to me and said, hey, dude, I poured some grape drink mix and a Bud Light, here you go, I wouldn't question that this is what I'm
That's
drinking.
about accurate, yeah.
But to be fair, it's better than that.
To be fair.
This is interesting. Because you're right, it is better than grape powder in a Bud Light. But, like, it's also grape powder in a sour Bud Light. Like, it's...
Yeah.
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 Which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No. But it's...
If you want a light beer that tastes like grape juice,
Yeah.
here it is.
If you're a person that doesn't
More
like
like
beer
grape
tasting...
soda. Yeah,
if
grape
you-
juice is given too much.
If you like, if
That's
you
too
don't
close
like
to
beer,
healthy.
if you don't like beer but want to tell your friends you drink beer,
Or if you want to tell them you drink bathwater, they may not be able to tell the difference by looking at it. So, freak some people out that way.
Ooh, Brett says, since we're throwing back, are you guys going to do a palate cleanser tonight?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit.
that would be a
no.
good throwback.
I mean, you've got Krakens to put them down quicker.
No.
I'm talking like oyster crackers.
I mean, if you get me one, I'll do it. I'll do a palate cleanser at some point today for you.
That's a shotgun and a
Come back
beer in
to it.
between beers, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll come
Back in the day when we had a 3-hour show half the time and drank Keystones in between like every other fucking beer. Yeah.
Oh, COVID.
Yeah, I remember my first show. I had to call my wife and say, "Hey, you gotta come get me."
Yeah.
Thought we were gonna sip a couple beers. I cannot drive my car right now.
Those shows are a little. They've changed a lot. We drink less beers.
But
we don't.
it
Throw
was a
in
good
the-
time.
Oh, it was a
It was a
great
good
fucking
Great
time.
time. Yeah.
Great fucking
Best
time.
Monday ever.
We need to rate this one.
We do. I think it's gonna be polarizing. I don't think John liked it at all. But you were first to score this time, Tom.
Yeah. So, honestly, I'm going to give it like a 2.75. I know I didn't want to drop anything below a 3, and I do it on the second beer, so my bad, But it's good. It's fine. It's just not doing anything special for me, but it's super drinkable. I don't mind it at all. It's fun. I want to say nostalgic, which isn't really true because I did not drink sour beers when I was a kid. But it gives me the feeling of like drinking something, playing video games, like, I don't know, that carries it up a little bit for me. So 2.75.
For me, it's going to be a 3 flat. I think exactly what's on the can is in the can. And for me, it's an average beer. I mean, it's exactly what it said it was going to be. There was no chance in hell that if you read that, then drank that you'd be like, they lied to me, motherfuckers. That is exactly what it is.
And I know it's funny because you said, oh, this is probably going to be polarizing. But in my mind, I was thinking 2.75. Like, I'm not going to kill it. It doesn't taste bad. It's just kind of weird, and I don't think it really works super well. It is what it says it is. You're not wrong about that. But it doesn't change the fact that for me, it doesn't just quite work. So, 2.75.
It is a 2.75 average. Matt, what would you give it?
I quite like it. I think what's on it is in it. It's a fun, different
surprise me at
beer.
all.
Like, it's just, I've never had a grape soda beer before, and I'm not a big soda drinker when I was a kid. I used to, like, slam some grape crushes, and it kind of, like you were saying, takes me back a little bit to some of that. It's fun to share. I've had other people that have tried it. They really dug it. I'm going 4.25. I would like to have more of this, again, after I had other ones that I already drank.
That's a big score.
Hey, beer is subjective, though.
Oh, it is.
Whatever floats your boat, man. That's awesome.
Cynthia asked, is that grape like grape juice or grape like grape Kool-Aid? This is more like
sour grape Kool-Aid.
Somewhere between Kool-Aid and soda.
Grape Crush and lemonade blend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Water it down. Water the grape crush down a little bit with some lemonade.
But no lemon. But the sour from it.
Yeah.
Like, don't give it lemon flavor.
This is sour from a lemon.
Just sour.
So what we're saying? Cut the grape crush, cut the lemonade, and then add some water and mix them all together.
And make sure you throw in some bath water color.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Still don't really
we might
understand
be
that.
getting there. Yeah.
Still don't understand that.
It's an interesting color.
Would you like to know the average score on Untapped?
Not really.
It's going to be on the higher end, I guarantee it.
It's gonna be closer to me.
4.15.
Nailed it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a fun, funky beer that is what it says it is.
It is what it says it is.
I do think the average person like, we're all trying it, or at least I'm trying it randomly, right? I had no stake in the beer, but if you're ordering that, you're probably going to like it. I think that would drive the ratings up.
Yeah, I'll say, like, if it's something like if you're not a grape fan, you're probably not going to like it. No.
Yeah. Be a weird choice.
Yeah, that's a good assessment. Yeah.
By the way, we did see our Patreon supporter Cynthia at the Irish Fest this weekend.
Nice.
Her and her lovely new
Cynthia.
husband. So that was fun running into them, getting a chance to chit-chat briefly. It was hard to chit-chat right next to the stage, but we did get a chance to chit-chat a little bit. So that was cool. And she was rocking the Two Beerded Guys Hop Wars shirt. So that was
dope shirt.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, we're excited. Episode 5 will be coming out relatively soon.
Also picked up an Octobear, I do believe, didn't they?
Yeah, he got.
I think he did.
He got Octo. Did he get beard oil? I can't remember. Yeah, he got beard
so.
oil too.
Nice.
Yeah, Cynthia's husband supported us, which was cool. First time I'd met him, so that was nice to have him throw us a little support. Had some other people. Wasn't a big money-making event for us, but we didn't expect it to be really. It was a new, unique event.
It's fun.
It was loud. It was fun. If you'd have told me I was going to an Irish concert, I'd have absolutely believed you. That's kind of the way it ended up being.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where was it?
It was at the Noblesville Firefighters Union Hall.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So,
Irish and firefighters. It goes together.
yeah.
I have a really stupid Irish joke if you guys want to hear it.
Yup.
It's not super offensive.
I wouldn't have cared
I don't
either way.
know.
You're the one saying it.
Yeah.
Why do Irish people use 239 beans to make their chili?
Why?
Because one more makes it too farty. Right?
That is so dumb.
Where's the...
I swear
where's the
these
clapping?
moved.
Come on, man.
No, they haven't been.
They don't move.
I think it's a great joke.
I thought he was going to give you the rim shot.
Your eyes are just crossed more than normal.
Yeah, I thought about the rim shot. I was like, that doesn't deserve it.
Got to be special to get a rim
Yeah,
shot.
you got to earn the rim shot.
It's the
Yeah?
I heard rim job, and I was like, I mean, if it's that kind of joke. Okay.
That's how we.
doing that,
That's
yeah.
when we make our OnlyFans content. You know?
I definitely
Now
meant
I
to say shot.
understand the
Did I
nudity
not say
behind
shot?
the screen. Yeah.
There's actually a
slip.
camera under the table just pointed up at Matt the whole time. That's live on OnlyFans.
The hidden
We
third
call that the
camera.
spy cam.
Jesus.
Cindy says, you guys were twinsies. You sure were.
We were. And it was sorry, I got a text. It wasn't that. We were. It was fun. I like when people wear our merch anyway, so it's really cool when I happen to be wearing the same shirt. Because normally I wear my Dickies work shirt, one of our first ever things we had on our online store. And so when I actually wear one of our other merch items, it's like, oh shit, you have it on too. That's fun.
And this is a comment from Cam from probably the last beer there. He says he swears the water from Wabash will turn the frogs straight. So apparently there's a
epidemic of gay frogs in the Wabash River.
I was trying to think of what you just said, but yeah, that's about the best way to say that.
Need to go hang out in Wabash, apparently. It's calling me, people. Ribbit. Let's go.
The LFG! In both contexts.
Let's frog and go.
All right, Tom.
Yeah.
Gonna be a really weird transition,
Let's do
but
it.
you said that you had something you'd like to talk about a little bit today, like things going on that you're doing right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, so I think the stuff that's been going on most recently, I did a hike in Ireland. So when I was in Ireland, we were there
We
for...
heard that joke.
No, this is for real, though. So we went and did something called the Dingle Way. It's like 120 miles on the West Coast.
So it is where you heard that joke. All right.
I heard it before there. I wasn't brave enough to tell it to the Irish folks. I just didn't know. Is it going to hit or not? It probably would have because they love self-deprecating humor. But we hiked 120 miles, and it's basically a big, long bar crawl. More Guinness than anything else. Like, the variety in beer isn't crazy. But I'll tell you what I learned on that trip. Irish whiskey is dope. I love Irish whiskey. I've only ever really had Jameson, Tiefling, Proper 12, some of the stuff around here that's just like not that great. Like Jameson's okay. I will never turn down a shot of Jameson. Some of their special stuff is great, but that's all I'd had. And so I go there and I've discovered like so many different kinds of Irish whiskey that are excellent. So if you've been sleeping on Irish whiskey, get in on it because it's good stuff.
We drank a lot of Jameson Saturday.
Yeah.
A lot of Jameson.
Nice.
I put away more Jameson than I needed to, and then I put away a bunch of Guinness, and then
And then you had a bunch of JMO Orange.
I threw in some
He loved the
Magners.
JMO Orange.
Then that JMO Orange.
Yeah.
We kept getting shots at the end of the night, and they basically were pouring half JMO Orange, half JMO, but you didn't know which one you were getting. They forgot where they'd put them, and they'd just be like, "There's JMO Orange and JMO on this tray," and it's like.
May the odds ever be in your favor.
And every fucking time, John would get regular JMO and be like, "Yeah, I got orange every goddamn time."
I've never had it, but I'm gathering it's not. It's
It's
great.
not bad.
Okay.
It's just after like the fourth one,
Yeah.
you kind of go, "All right, motherfuckers." I'm fairly certain you're doing this shit on purpose at this
Alright.
point.
And then when the bartender, Fun Aunt Sherry, realizes who she's pouring for.
Oh god,
It's
those
for John
got
and Tyler?
those got strong as shit. I was ordering me a cider, and I was getting me a Guinness. I was getting John the Irish Mule, and she pours it, and I see how kind of strong it is, and I'm like, damn, if I'd have known you were going to do that, like, I'd have got one of those instead. And she goes, I mean, still get one. And I'm like, okay. She's like, do you still want the Guinness? I'm like, yeah, I'll take both. It's fine.
Yeah.
So John and I come back, we both take a sip, and it's just like,
That's why I got a Guinness when you came back.
oh, I drank my Guinness too. But I'd already ordered 2 Guinnesses. I couldn't carry any more.
Yeah.
Luckily, Fun Aunt Sherry helped me carry all of it, so that was nice.
Yes.
I think she just wanted an excuse to get the hell out from behind the bar for a minute.
Yep. She stole a kiss from me.
She did.
Yep.
It was
Cynthia
hot.
says hers was super weak. You need to hang out
Tyler
with us.
watching
We'll
the
go to the
corner.
bar, Cynthia.
I gargoyled. Yeah, you need to hang out with us a lot more then, because our drinks were not. The only one I had that was weak was the dude made it.
Yep.
I didn't get another drink from him.
Yeah.
And when he'd helped me, I got Guinness usually. This is Drecker Brewing's Metaphase Double Dry Hopped Double IPA. So I'm
Double?
probably going to hate every bit of this. This is a Citra and Nelson Sauvin Hopped IPA. Shocker, it has Citra. Nobody saw that one coming.
I wonder what this mouthfeel would be like if you were in Australia.
The opposite way.
That's where she's at.
Shout out to the Davises. Down under.
She commented, "I'm so sad I missed," or something like, "I'm sad I missed that event." And I'm like,
No, you're not.
I'm like, you won. You're
You
in
shouldn't
Australia.
be.
Yeah.
You're.
We're sad we're not down there.
Yeah. Trade your places.
Yeah. That one makes more sense.
Absolutely.
Hey,
A little better than any of their IPAs I think I've had by them.
double dry hopped IPA.
I've never been happy with their IPAs, really. This one,
Well, they're usually hazier and you're more westy, so I kind of get a little bit of
this
that.
is hazy, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's definitely a high malt body, which you expect from a double.
Yep.
I will say the bittering hops they used in the dry hop, though, do have a little bit more punch than a lot of theirs do.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're flat. Even the ones that are supposed to be a little bitter, more bitter, they always seem to be a little flat on that side on theirs. This one's more like what I would expect from a brewery that makes as many as they do. There's a little bit of punch, but there's still a lot of that malt body for people who maybe not as big IPA fans. I'm not upset with this one, and I'm usually upset with Drecker IPAs, so this is kind of nice.
Where is Drecker?
Fargo.
North Dakota?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't you know? Great.
Why did
TV
I miss
show.
the first episode? We were getting along so great.
Oh, he's a great fucking dude.
Yeah.
Did we just become best friends?
Yup. Want to go do karate in the garage?
Yup.
Never believe we signed my sword, man.
We just made bunk beds. We have so much more room for activities.
I need to watch that again.
Nope.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Yeah, it's been almost long enough since I saw it every week that now I'm about ready to watch it again.
It's time.
You do get some of the tropical notes out of this.
A little bit,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, like, aromatic wise, this has a decent balance of like fruit and a little bit of that danky on the nose. Like, not a whole lot, but a little popping through.
A little bit.
You can get all of what this IPA is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the malt body in doubles hides a lot of the other aspects. While still having that strong backbone, you get a little of that tropical. You get a little bit of that bitter. This is a fucking pleasant IPA.
It is.
It's good. It's good. I don't think I have anything to add. The double dry hops are interesting because they kind of smell and taste just a little bit like feet every time you drink them. At least that's what I get, you know. But but it's not in a bad way. And it's really hard to explain that to people who don't drink IPAs and like.
It's hard to explain to people that aren't into feet.
Yeah,
I got
you're
these
not
good
a foot
feet.
guy. All right? First of all, don't subscribe to the Two Beerded Guys OnlyFans because
That's more belly buttons. That's more belly
Beers
buttons.
and
No,
belly
is it?
buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's really obvious I don't subscribe now.
We don't have an OnlyFans. That I know of.
He
John
says
might
that.
take pictures of me when I'm not looking. I don't know. I'm shirtless a lot, so like, for all I know, there's like
There's a lot
800
of them
pictures
passed
of
out
me.
on the couch about 4:30 a.m.
That's why he has me crash here after our Monday shows, just so he can take pictures of me.
Yeah, let's get the ring lights for the show. Yeah, for the show.
I wake up one night, they're all pointing at me. What the fuck? Oh, you just look so peaceful. I was trying to get a candid photo of you.
With the ring lights set up.
Oh, Cynthia says
man.
she's been drinking with Tyler before. Probably shouldn't. LMAO.
We do have a good time. We get drunk. It's fine. It's a good time. I have to always watch how much I drink when her and I are out because I have to drive home.
One of those you escalate each other.
Well, and I have to drive home, so she has like 2 drinks and she's basically done.
Yeah.
But then keeps drinking because she's hanging with me. So, yeah, no, it's best if we don't do that too often. But it's a good time, though. I enjoy going out with
You
people.
guys should get you an off-screen mount to drive.
That is true. It is convenient.
You catch that chipping every so often, boys.
Anytime, baby. You know that. I'm happy to do it, except event days, then you're just screwed.
Well, that was Saturday.
Yeah, I wouldn't drive on Saturdays, but damn sure.
Yeah.
Good thing Guinness is 4%. I could drink that shit all day.
There you go.
You did.
John and I turned it on at the end. We decided that when we weren't making money, we were making our money in alcohol. So we did.
Someone's got to do it.
I also got half the place to end up doing car bombs with me. It was fucking great.
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
I forgot about the car bombs too.
I didn't.
That was a lot.
Advantage to driving though. They're like, oh no, driving can't. I gotta cut it off.
I think at one point,
Car bombs. Ugh.
We had a conversation about it, whether I was at like 7 or 8 or 10 drinks.
But then we turned it on after
And then
that.
like 20 minutes later, I was at like probably 15.
That was the problem is we were at a good level. We drank heavy, but we were at a good level. But then when we decided to pack up our stuff and just party, there was a lot of drinking.
No longer a good level.
They started walking around with shots. I mean, things just got...
Is there like a VIP package where you can get drunk and get Ubered home in a fire truck? Is that a thing they offered?
That is a good note to
Put
pass
that on
back
the
up.
list too. Yeah, I'm meeting them tomorrow for some feedback.
List of things to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, text me that.
Drunk people pay good money for an Uber. Imagine how much they'd pay for a fire truck ride home, you know?
Yeah, that's
It's
like
lights and
great deal.
sirens.
That's 8th grade coming true right there. Right?
Yeah, getting drunk and riding the fire truck home.
I want
Every
lights
eighth
and
grader's
sirens.
dream.
I want to show up at the house just fucking waking up the fucking neighborhood.
I just want to know the possibility. I'm going to bring this up for sure.
You just couldn't be in your buddy's neighborhood because then they call it HOA.
This is an 8.2% IPA, by the way.
Oh,
So-
nice.
That's surprising.
Definitely very drinkable at that ABV.
Yeah.
And then I am first to score this one. I really liked it, shockingly. I didn't have high hopes for this. This was a beer I was more worried about than any. I'm going to give it a 4 1/4.
Really?
That I had to seek out IPA for me.
Wow.
And considering 90% of their IPAs have been under 3 in my scoring, that's a big jump.
This is one of those that is strongly white. I would say a 3.5. Solid. It's good. I will probably forget the name of it, but I'll remember that they had a good one.
Can art's fucking badass.
As always.
Yeah, and I'm on the same page as you again, John. We're right at that 3.5 mark. It's good. It's better than average. Not quite a seek out, but I like it, and I would definitely seek out the brewery again. This is my first beer from them, so
They're good.
yeah.
They do a lot of fun fruited sours.
Okay.
But they're the fruited sours we actually kind of like usually.
It's
Yeah.
a 3.75.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Respect.
Their use of vanilla is they're probably the brewery best at using vanilla.
Oh, nice.
With their fruited sours, they really blend them real well using vanilla. It balances it out.
Great balancer.
Okay.
So, all right. We're kind of at that normal break point, but we have 2 big bottles at the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit further in the front half here. We'll have our last IPA. And then...
You did say that, right? We're going to go
Yeah.
further in the front half?
So...
There it is. No one
At least
smoked
I
the
did
first
just-
time.
No, I raised my eye a little bit.
You got an eye raise.
Yes, it's subtle enough I missed that.
I
Sorry,
don't
John.
appreciate good humor around here, Matt.
Well, I don't think Matt has good humor. So...
Oh, well.
Can't please everybody, you know?
So Matt
It's not always a hams crowd.
has struggle seeing sometimes, so some of those visual things he just misses.
It's true. When you have a bad eye and a worse eye, it's kind of bad breaks.
But, yeah, this weekend was fun. We told you we got drunk. It was good. Sold our merch. We're going over stuff with the organizer to kind of just give our feedback because we've done enough events now that,
Yep.
you know, it's something we can provide to
And he was more than welcome.
organizers. So,
He said you had
Yeah.
mentioned it to him. I said I would happy to go over with him.
yep.
So good job putting,
Also,
that,
in fairness,
putting that in his head.
I try, baby.
was kind of their first year of the new leadership of this.
Yep.
A little bit cobbled together at a short time span. So I think next year, he said they're already
He
working
he
on.
was able to throw together a decent event in 2 months.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of time.
Yeah, 2 months is impressive.
Yeah, so like next year,
300 people.
having a full year to actually plan out. And I know he's already got bigger scaling up going on. So I'm betting next year should be
And it was
quite a fun time. Yeah, it was fun, and it had a broad spectrum of appeal because earlier in the day they had grade school and high school traditional Irish dancing coming in. They had bands kind of playing in between them. Then the evening was when it got adulting, and
It got real adulty.
yeah. Then it was like,
Absolutely.
all right, shots! Because by the time the closing band came on at 8, then all the vendors were shut up anyway, so it just was a party.
Yep. And
Which is the way any Irish fest should end, says I.
Yeah, I think he put on a very good Irish music festival. That's kind of my summary of it. As a vendor, I've got some things I want to go over with.
I think that's literally how you described it was
Yeah.
a great Irish music festival.
Yeah.
Which Matt, I don't think, realized how much I love Irish music
I did not.
until he saw me belting out to most
Every-
of the songs.
Yeah.
Dude, Irish music is dope. In Ireland, they don't play a ton of it. At least
doesn't
not in
surprise me.
Dublin and Galway. Like, the people there are like, no more trad Irish music. Like, that's enough. And they're doing Sweet Caroline and shit because that's what they did.
That's what they-
Like, yeah.
Oh, they like Taylor Swift all day, be like, hell yeah!
There may have
bunch
been
of
like
Swifties.
All right, in fairness, everyone's a Swiftie right at this point, so.
there may
I've
have
been
been
since 22.
8 versions of Whiskey in the Jar. That we
yeah.
I was getting a little. There's a lot of
I'm not
Irish
mad about
music.
that.
You
They're
don't
all
need to
different
keep playing the
versions.
same one over and over again.
Yeah.
There was like 3 different songs that got played a lot,
Yeah.
but
And the pipes and drums was loud because of what we were at, but I always loved the pipe and drums.
very
That was cool.
very small room, very loud pipes and drums, right in front of our booth. I might have tried to off myself. It's
He
fine.
was, yeah.
If I could have got out of the booth and left during that, I would have. Problem is, where we were at, I was trapped.
Yeah, there was no leaving.
All right, our next beer is Voltron, Defender of the Universe,
Another
Volume
IPA?
2. Yes, this is by Four Hands Brewing.
Definitely purchased just because of the label.
Oh, 100% label
Got the money
format
for
right
that,
there.
yeah.
St. Louis, Missouri is where Four Hands is out of. But it says Four Hands and then it says
Although
Southern
I'm
Grits.
bummed, like this is volume 2, I missed volume 1. Like, son of a bitch, I got 4
But
to
it
go.
doesn't
And
say
what already
collab.
happened?
Is it a collab?
No. Said brewed and canned by Four Hands. Right there.
Huh.
Then I have Southern Grist, and that's a different brewery.
Yeah, I saw the Southern Grist on the side too. I was like, well, normally they were pretty solid. Like,
I'm very confused. When I pull it up on Untapped, it'll tell me.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, so this is a fruited, hazy IPA with mango, kiwi, mosaic, Rawaka, and Nelson Sauvin. Rawaka is one of my favorite hops. That is exciting.
And it's fresh.
Yeah.
yeah, this is
Literally came last
as
night.
fresh can be.
Also, great can art, so, take a look.
I'm going to pull a Tyler and show a little more chest hair just for the IPAs. We'll get the little hops.
Actually, I
back
feel
too.
like I'm going to go ahead. Oh, that's
That-
awesome.
Get that in there.
Actually, it's pretty perfect on can camera. They're at a great
Hold up.
angle.
There's my hops.
There you go.
My beer and my hops.
Nice.
I mean, I can go shirtless if they want to see it more,
I know you were looking. I just have naked chicks in Star Wars. So
Hey.
yeah,
Yeah, I got this dope ass Star Wars glass right now.
Star Wars,
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
which is
My bad.
from our, which I forgot to do
Yeah,
because I'm
Craft or
a
Die can.
terrible person. Our sponsor, Craft or Die, so Craft or Die Can Cam, which we are currently on, I believe.
We are.
I say that hoping that we're still on that camera. But seriously,
more.
some of the coolest glassware, his Christmas glasses are always to die for. That is the next release. You just missed the November release, which was pretty fucking cool. We talked about it a little bit last week. We didn't get one of those, but I will definitely be ordering the Christmas one, even though I have no idea what it is yet. But it's the Halloween and Christmas are pretty much just always going to be ordered by me at this point.
That
I'm fairly certain.
that
Yeah, you got
legend
the
glass
Halloween.
he just released was pretty sweet looking.
yeah, that was awesome.
It was. It is a collab.
great.
Southern Grist.
Oh yeah.
So Southern Grist and Four Hands did collab in this.
Okay.
Nice.
They just didn't put the word. They just put both logos, but then was like, they'll figure it out.
This won't be confusing.
giving us too
Tyler.
much credit.
7% ABV. I like the nose. The nose is fantastic.
Gibbon says his Voltron glass broke. Oh, that stinks.
Aw.
He did have one of the Voltron glasses from Craft or Die.
Craft or Die, did he?
Yep.
Dang.
Gibbons has 2 or 3, a few, I think, Craft or Die glasses.
You reach out to him. He sometimes keeps some.
He does not have that one. I checked
not have-
recently.
okay.
Yes. I actually wanted one for Brett.
Okay.
I reached out about a bunch of different glasses. He basically, right now, the only thing he has is he has like a couple more Legends, and that's
That's
he's
about it. Okay.
all his backup glasses are either his or others have broken glasses and had to have
Telling
them
me there's
replaced.
a secondary market.
On that Facebook page, there's
Probably.
always, except there's certain glasses that I've yet to see pop up on that. The Michael Myers, the very first Halloween one, the one I want more than anything, the Scooby-Doo Michael Myers one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that motherfucker, I've asked everyone in that group. They're like, yeah, we're not getting that. We're getting rid of ours. I'm like, motherfucker.
Holy shit, we got Carrie Davis. Hello from Sydney.
Hello.
Appreciate you tuning in. What the fuck are you doing watching us while you're in Australia?
And really, what time is it? It's probably in the morning.
Also, yes, what time is it over there? Now I'm curious.
Yeah, what's going on tomorrow?
Did you take
Yeah.
did you take videos of the toilet flushing?
He's time traveling back in time right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And how is the mouthfeel in Australia? I asked that earlier,
Yeah,
and I got a weird look from Tyler. I thought it was relevant.
it totally is now, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that they're on.
Yeah.
Your tongue goes the other way is what the difference is on the mouthfeel.
Good for Bunny.
Bunny got something new. She hadn't got that in a while. Wait, do you have to do the alphabet from Z to A then?
It's only logical.
That would take a lot of concentration. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Y'all get way funnier the more of these we drink.
Yeah, buddy.
The more wound up we get to.
I'm just kidding. You're always funny, of course.
Well, I mean, I have to look at him, so there's always something to laugh at.
Ah.
But
Hey-o.
Hard being me. Wait until you're 60. You don't like it then.
this not as much flavor as I expected with it being a fruited IPA and using some pretty solid hops.
You don't think so?
There's flavor. You're just not getting. I don't get the fruit hardly at all.
Yeah,
I get some tropical notes, but
That
that's about it.
kiwi, I just don't get that a lot in beers. I really taste the kiwi.
Now, is the kiwi from a hop or do they add kiwi?
It's a fruited IPA. It's mango and kiwi are added.
Okay. So it's the extracts that's getting me.
Oh, I don't have anything good.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, it's kind of weird and syrupy.
That's weird. I'm not getting that at all.
Yeah, its mouthfeel is weird.
Yeah, because it's mango and kiwi, and then Mosaic, Rawaka, and Nelson Sauvin.
Yeah,
I think the body's great. The mouthfeel I enjoy. John evidently doesn't.
I don't.
I just don't get any of the fruit flavors I really expected. Like it's there, but it's so subtle that it's like, how do you call yourself a fruited IPA and that not be more forward? I guess is where I'm
Well,
going.
kiwi's subtle in and of itself. So
Mango
like that
is
I get,
not.
but yeah, mango's not. So maybe they tone down on it to try to let the kiwi shine.
Which
but
I'm
not
okay with
getting
that.
Any of the mango, that's.
In all
that's
honesty, if they
offensive
just
for
wanted to
me.
get rid of mango, like as a fruit in general,
You take that back.
Oh,
I'd be okay with that.
I'm with Matt here. You take that back.
You like guava, you don't like mango.
I think it's like guava
mango.
in this one too,
no,
didn't it?
kiwi and mango.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kiwi.
Bro, you're blind. How in the hell?
I
are you
know.
guys
As
right
soon as I
now?
landed, I was like, bad call. I was like, I'm not seeing shit. I'm going to John this and take a picture on my phone. zoom
Yes,
in.
Yep.
it's with mango, kiwi, Mosaic, Rawaka, Nelson Sauvin hops.
Okay.
But I'm not a mango guy. Never have been. But I don't actually get it, so it's kind of nice. There is a little kiwi, I will agree, but it's very subtle. I wouldn't mind a little more, which I guess would be tough with a subtle flavor like kiwi, but it's also one that's not used very often. Not bad. Doesn't live up to the previous IPA, which we don't compare, but like
No,
it doesn't live up. So
I go first on this one.
you do.
It's amazing can art. I'm glad I'm glad Matt bought it. I'm glad I was able to secure that for him.
There
Ooh,
you
Big Gulp had more kiwi.
Aw.
Big Gulp was pleasant.
No.
I didn't really. This is going to be the more polarizing one. I really did not like it. It's a weird. The kiwi mango was just weird on my mouthfeel. So I'm going 2 1/4.
Wow.
2 1/4.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Wow.
The benefit of that is I can disagree with you on one because we've been kind of on the same page
Yeah,
for a few.
yeah.
I'm a full point ahead. I'm 3 1/4. It's not anything outstanding. Honestly, it might be the novelty of the kiwi because I don't see it a lot. But in all honesty, there's probably a reason that kiwi's not a prominent flavor in fruited beers because I would imagine it's really tough to bring out. It's a decent beer, 3 1/4.
By the way, these breweries probably paid a shit ton to be able to use these logos.
Yeah, they got the official like,
It has the
Voltron
universal
logo.
It has the Universal stamp on the can too, so they got permission
shit.
from Universal.
Yeah, and it's a series of. I'm assuming they're gonna do 5.
This wasn't this wasn't one of those where they just make a can art and go, "We'll take the C and D and move on." No
Yeah.
big deal.
They did this. That is legit.
They
way.
did it right.
Universal's on the can.
They are.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Otherwise, they're going for full C and D at that point. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna put Voltron on it and put Universal's logo on it.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
That's a cool label.
I'm a 2.75. I think it's slightly below average. I'm not getting everything that's in the, what's on the can. I'm not fully getting in the beer, and what's on the can has to be in the can for me.
I
So
don't need the calculator.
2.75. That's what I thought.
While you're calculating, Carrie says it's almost noon there. They're at his office now. Just finished a meeting, and yes, he's saying toilets flush the other way, not tongues. Sorry.
Not the tongues. Poor bunny.
I mean, I don't know. He didn't say that, he didn't say that they don't, but I mean, he's definitely saying yes to the toilets, but he didn't say anything about the tongues.
Bunny all of a sudden hops on. Yeah, they do.
Mouthfeel.
All right, so that's going to be the end of the first part of the show. We'll take our quick break before we go into the back half here.
Cannot wait for that back half dive.
I'm real excited for those last 3. There's some big boys going in the back half.
Yes.
All of our anticipateds are in there, yeah?
Yeah.
I think
Excellent.
so.
Yeah.
Don't even tease it. Just go full plunge.
Oh, so switch to the big one? No, just... Anyway, guys, we'll be right back. I'm TBG_Ops guy.
Modog B&Q.
The guest today,
Tom.
and behind the scenes, behind the mic, behind the camera, the guy that you're glad you can't see.
I'll screen Matt.
Be right back.
done and off-screen man. Big bushy beards and nothing hides. Two bearded guys. Oh yes they are 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 two bearded guys.
How many of us? 3 today.
Bearded guys.
Oh shit, yeah, it is.
And his is pretty damn glorious.
Yeah, that's a
It
very nice
needs a little
beard.
trim though.
Tom's a very lovely bearded man. I was pretty excited to have him back on the show.
Yeah,
Now I'm regretting it a little bit, but you know.
it's fucker wore a ham's hat.
Goddamn hams.
If we're talking about 5 beers, Hams 5 every time.
See, he gets it. I'm
It's
a
a
Keystone Light.
combination.
Hell yeah.
You got to get the cheap beer and then the value of the cheap beer, right? Like, it's a 5. It's a 5. Don't come at me.
That's his keystone, basically. He's a keystone guy. He gives
Hey.
keystone
Oh
a
yeah,
5.
man.
You gotta love what you love. Water is important for the body. Hams is the best water.
Goddamn engineer, ain't it?
This guy
Yeah,
walked
I
in.
don't
I knew
have
I was
one.
gonna like him.
I have
Rainier.
drank.
Rainier
I
beers.
love Coors Light.
Or Gansett.
I love Michelob.
Ooh, Gansett.
Ganssett's not even a 5, but I'll drink the fuck out of some Gansets.
Gansett's fucking good.
I'll drink the fuck out of some Gansets.
I fucking
You
put her on
love
some old style or
Michelob?
some Hootie Lights.
Mick
too.
Ultras? I'll drink
Yeah.
the shit out of a Mick Ultra, dude.
If I'm golfing,
So we
Mickey's my beer.
did a macro day a long time ago now. We're wanting
Yeah.
to do another one soon.
Which is when
Well,
I
we
discovered
drank-
that I liked.
We drank something like 12 to 13 different macro beers.
okay.
Sampled all sorts of ones. From anywhere from Milwaukee's Best, which
Is not the best.
to Coors Banquet, to Mick Ultra, to PBR, all sorts of shit, right? I always thought Mick Ultra was shit. Mostly because I just never gave it a shot. You know, it's
Right.
marketed as the low-carb beer, like blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm not fucking
It's
drinking
all right.
it. It was a lot better, not
Yeah,
realized.
I think we all thought it was a lot better.
And also,
Nice.
the Champagne beers out of a bottle, rated pretty damn high as well.
Hmm.
We had some beers that shocked us. Like, when we were ranking our beers, we were like, what the fuck?
High Life really depends on the day
Interesting.
and the apparatus you're
Now,
drinking it from.
Beast,
Yeah,
Beast 100% was
Terrible.
dead last.
yeah. All
Milwaukee's
unanimous.
Best. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was about as far back as it could get.
Now,
Diesel
was
and
Hams
Banquet,
on the
very
show?
good.
Did Hams make it?
We had hams, I believe.
Did we? I can't remember.
I think
Must-
somebody
that must
brought
have been a
hams.
high one. That must have been up
I
there.
think somebody brought a hams. They might not have. It might have to be added
We
to.
might not
Waters,
have that
ladies
one, to be
and gentlemen.
honest.
It might have to be added to the.
It's a long time ago.
The
but
new
I
one.
looked at it.
Well, Hams isn't that hard of beer to find. It's not everywhere, so that
You
one
get a
might have
case
been
at
overlooked.
Total Wine now for $16.
Hams has entered the
And by case you mean 30 rack.
30.
Yes.
Yeah.
See,
Absolutely.
another Stone commonality there.
That's right.
PBR also does 30 racks, bud.
Not for $16.
No, they don't.
Yeah, because there's flavor to
PBR is
PBR.
decent. To me, PBR and Hams are really similar. You go on Reddit,
I can't keep
people,
looking.
people
It's gonna-
get like really
I know, it's
confused
gonna
on
be
which
way-
recipe.
I'll be
is
on that
which.
damn thing all day if I try to find that post.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's
That's all right.
years ago.
Dude,
We
we
want this greater pumpkin anyway.
well, we've now posted 607 times.
Wow.
So on Instagram, so you know,
The ground.
makes it a little tough to find some of the older ones sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, you got to put something on there for your mom to see.
No, we're down to one follower. She unfollowed us.
Yeah, you guys are pretty high on followers now, right?
We're decent. It's funny. We don't really care about the number as much. We're at like 771 on Instagram now.
But you got a
Facebook, we're at
community.
It's more about the
we're at-
quality than the quantity.
We're at 1,500 on Facebook.
Nice.
For us, we have the right followers, is how we call it. We have brewers and brewery owners and a lot of people that are in craft beer, not just people who think they're in craft beer.
Well,
so
the
it's
fact
really
that you
cool.
can get
that-
on your show too and like shoot the shit with your guests that are on the stream and like have that back
Yeah.
and forth and those repeat, like that's pretty rare to find in any show, especially like a live show, right? Like,
Oh, thank you.
I think people don't understand how hard it is to build that following and get that consistency. So
Some of it's been straight up dumb luck.
yeah,
Some of it is I used to tag B&B in our posts all the time because it's when we worked for Books and Brews.
yeah,
And Russell, who was watching earlier,
Likes to drink beer and read books.
and so he used to hashtag B&B as well for beer and books. Or he
and
actually for
Brews.
Books and Brews because he
He
tagged Books and
searched
Brews,
Books
we
and
tagged
Brews.
Books and Brews. He
Nice.
searched Books and Brews, and it ended up literally that's how he found us was we were tagging Books and Brews.
Yeah.
And then we had our friend Carrie, who's in Australia right now, who's watching. He was out in California for work for a while, away from his wife.
COVID time.
During COVID, he's bored. He's, life basically sucked out there for him. And he's like literally doing COVID testing type shit. And so he randomly got on and found us.
Nice.
Like our first time we went live kind of thing on Instagram and started following us. Like a lot of that in the community. And then they live here in Indiana. So like,
Yeah.
There you go.
the community we've built, we call it the TBGU, the Two Beerded Guys universe.
Watch out, Marvel. We're coming for you.
So it's been fun. We have a lot of cool people
That's
that
awesome.
enjoy our company. I'm not saying they necessarily like us, but they enjoy our company.
Which also is weird.
And when the TBGU is going like this, and Marvel's coming like this.
Hey, now we're on the upswing, baby.
I'm ready for that.
There's a slight
crossover.
incline there.
That's slight.
There's a slight incline.
I can see it.
We've added a shit ton of followers.
Yeah.
But I've also been... I make John do a lot of extra content shit anymore.
I mean, we're going
Back
to
to
run a streaming
OnlyFans.
app here in about 3 years. That's the goal.
Hey,
That's
nice.
the time frame. Yeah.
Nice. That's
What
pretty
is it?
cool, guys.
Streaming app.
Oh, fuck that. I'm gonna sell it to someone and they can do it at that point for about $2.5 million.
Pat McAfee.
Ha.
Pat, you want to get in the
Pat?
beer world?
Got you.
You know who to talk
Where it's
to.
at.
I've
All
reached
right.
out to them like 6 times. I've never heard back.
Pat could not hang with us. That's how
I
that's
don't know. Stories might say contrary.
All right, so I can
They're all
out.
stories.
I
Pat, if you
can
want to prove it,
outdrink-
get on a show with these guys.
You know, I like your approach.
I like
Pat.
that, but I can outdrink a lot of people, and I am very confident in my drinking abilities.
I'm confident in your drinking abilities.
There are certain people that I don't fuck with.
Yeah, we all know the reality of the situation, but I feel like athletes have pride, and if you can call them out,
Yeah, you gotta challenge it, man. Like, all right.
All right, the next email I send them will be a call out. There we
All
go.
right, all right, we're going to clip this. 8:13, but we got to do this some more confident. It's like, oh, that motherfucker, he don't stand a fucking chance.
Oh no, you know what we're gonna do?
Yeah.
No,
Do it
know what we're gonna
WWE
do?
style.
We're
Like,
doing
I
a
challenge
WWE
you,
fucking
Pat
promo
McAfee.
Yeah, we'll fucking call it out.
and tag the Pat McAfee show. Yeah, we're gonna do that one of these days.
We
I
need
like that.
you, brother,
Yeah,
to stop
Pat,
by
we've
the
been
Two
emailing
Bearded
you.
Guys.
I keep emailing you. You don't hear back. You're scared, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We must have the wrong email address. Your middle name's included, apparently. Pat Bitch McAfee. Come on, baby. Let's go, Pat.
I haven't even read what we're drinking. All right, guys. Our next beer is the Greater Pumpkin. Pumpkin ale brewed with pumpkin and spices, aged in bourbon barrels.
Ooh, that's why I like the nose.
This is by Heavy Seas Uncharted Waters series. Pretty excited.
Okay.
For being a pumpkin beer, it's one I'm actually excited for.
that
Born near the
heavy?
harbor of Baltimore and raised in the spirit of exploration, Heavy Seas has been independently brewed since 1995. We strive to craft brews. Okay. We strive to craft brews that capture your sense of adventure. Fearless, bold, and independent. Put the wind at your back and enjoy the Heavy Seas.
So the description plus the Uncharted Waters, I'm assuming this is also Wabash water included in
No, they're
beer.
from the Baltimore area.
Baltimore, yeah.
But
So
they're
it's actually
exploring.
worse.
So there's at
If they're
least
exploring,
42 dead bodies that were
the bay.
touching
Yeah,
this water.
It's the bay.
Dude, there's a point where I made
Is that
one.
Chesapeake?
I don't know. It's Deadwater Bay.
I made one trip to
Or Dead Person
Baltimore,
Bay, something like that.
and we were staying at the hotel talking to the bartender, and we're like, "Hey, the guy that we're meeting here, like to hang out for the weekend, he said that you guys have like a lake or something we can get into." He's like, "Well, there's water. You don't want to get in it." Like, great talk.
Hey, John. What about your trip to Baltimore when the guy was like, how
Where?
did you not die?
John had a protector though.
10% ABV.
I did. I had a guardian angel out there. He was about 65-year-old black dude who showed me all his stab wounds and where he's been shot. And he's like, and what are you doing here again? I'm like, I got you. I'm gonna leave.
Who had more scars, him or 50 Cent? Who should have?
Oh, homeless dude. For sure.
Huh.
It's very spicy.
Lot of spice.
Lots of spice.
Really?
One thing I
But-
learned like 2 years ago, I didn't realize this is a thing, but pumpkin spice, right? I think it's pumpkin flavor. It's not. It's like it's pumpkin
yeah.
spice.
Yeah,
it's a very different thing. And so I like to point that out if we ever have the spice.
Yeah,
This,
this,
The spice
this is,
also.
This is brewed with pumpkin and
It
spice.
does also have pumpkin, but the spice is really there.
There's a lot of spice.
It
It takes
is.
the pumpkin too. They complement each other.
I will say what I'm impressed with is I kind of like the way the barrel brings that sweetness and that little bit of bite. That makes this... Oh, here we go again. Before the show, I had a whole bunch of sneezing, so
Oh boy.
yeah.
I feel it coming back.
It's one of those.
Where's the paper towels?
Over here, buddy. It's one of those that as I'm drinking it, I really don't like the flavor super well. But as I'm sipping it, I'm like, God, this is actually pretty well made though.
I kind of like the flavors even, and I don't like spiced beers.
I agree with both of you. I think it's well made, and I like the flavor. But I also really like pumpkin beers, and I love spiced beers. So that's
I like
hits of
neither.
both.
Yeah.
It's funny, 'cause I was gonna say like this with the heavy spice level on this. I was gonna say like Tyler, you and I both are on that same. We aren't a big fan.
Big gulp if you have it.
I don't have a big son of a bitch. But the barrel, I think, really helps round this thing out a lot because even just on the nose, like it doesn't smell that much like the spice, but you're getting a lot of the. It smells like more like a pie and like a shot of bourbon.
The big gulp, I got a little more of the pumpkin and a little bit less of the spice that time, which is why
It
I
feels
that
like
big gulp
the
there.
barrel is hand holding the spice and amplifying it slightly.
Oh, see, I think the barrel's bringing that sweetness and that bite.
I like how
that's
it's
a good way
all
to cut it.
working.
Yeah.
Is it like I mentioned the lawnmower beer
Gulp is
earlier?
where it's
That get
at.
used a lot. Maybe this one doesn't get used as much, but I use it a lot. A bonfire beer, right? Like this is what I want when I'm outside looking at leaves, fires next to me. This.
You
or
sure
a
you don't
stout
watch
or
our
something
show
like
a lot?
that. Maybe I do. Maybe
Because
I
we use a
watch it
lot of the
all
words you're
time.
using.
Yeah.
Well, it's great. It just screams fall. You know, it's a really nice sipper.
This would be a good bonfire beer though. Like you spent the day raking leaves. You got some friends coming over. You on a bonfire.
I'm telling you right now, if somebody said, I like pumpkin beer, can you grab me some? Little hint at my score. I can tell you which one I'm grabbing.
Yeah.
Or even like, hey, it's Tyler or Matt coming over. They don't like pumpkin beers. Let's show them this. Like,
Yeah.
For the spice level this is, as little as I like the spice, I am really enjoying this.
I don't like spiced beers and I don't like pumpkin beers. And for some fucking reason, I'm a big fan of this motherfucker.
It's got to be the bourbon, man. I think
It has
is.
to be.
Like,
That barrel has to be what's
Yeah,
giving it to
it's
us.
there.
It's a good balancer.
And the more you sip it, I feel
Which
like
is
it sits
weird.
on the tongue really well. It's
I
nice.
said, as the more I drank, I was like, this is really well made.
yeah.
I am absolutely torn on this.
I'm
one.
sad that I didn't
Tom,
get
your
the
first
big
score.
First up this time, this one's a 4.25 for me. Close to the 4.5 range, not quite there. Very good. I love a nice, flavorful beer that packs a punch in it, but it's still easy to share and kind of pass around. This is right on.
I can't be mad.
Sorry, guys. I know this is the least
I can't be
attractive
mad
thing.
at you about that. It's,
Sure.
I've had something tickling my damn nose since I got to John's today. Probably because Reese probably tried to fucking poison me or something. His cat, that damn cat.
Oh. Fuck the peanut butter company.
That cat tries to murder me.
Reese's.
Cat tries to murder me. Slipped my wrist one time
Oh my god.
while I was asleep. Yeah,
During the OnlyFans shooting?
I think so. What'd
that
you
off
have the
air or
cat doing? All right, so back to the score.
Yeah.
For me, it's a 4, and it might be the first pumpkin beer I've ever given a 4 to.
Nice.
Here comes John to fuck the score.
No, I'm gonna go 3.75. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's absolutely well made. That spice level, just tame it slightly. I'm more up there with you guys, but
Sorry, as soon as it got quiet, Matt didn't close the door over there, so all you hear is...
hey, don't go chasing waterfalls.
It is a 4 average on the score. Whenever off-screen Matt gets done shaking it, he'll tell us what his score is, but he says it's 4.25.
Wow. Nice.
You have 2 people who don't like spiced or pumpkin beers giving it over a 4. Or 4 higher. That's pretty damn good.
No, I could see someone rate that 4.25, 4.5, and I'd have no issues with that. It's well made. They did a
Good job, Heavy
Can I
Seas.
grab a picture of that bottle before I go?
Yeah, you
this
can take
is,
the
this
bottle
is
if
my
you want.
seek out, man.
I was thinking like 4, but then like I don't know. I've never had a pumpkin beer that I've really enjoyed, let alone that much. And that one was a pretty unique one. So I'm like, you deserve that extra quarter bump. Good job.
Hey, I don't blame you.
Makes me sad I didn't go to Heavy Seas when I was out there.
Now is that heavy
Yeah.
C is like sea like cat, or heavy C is like a body of water?
Well, did you hear literally how I described the water and everything in the descriptions? What that it read?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Seas. S-E-A.
Context clues.
Hey, just
Like the
checking.
letter.
Just checking. See, I mean, just because it's named that, it could be ironic, you know?
Don't help him.
Don't you think?
No.
He needs it.
Dr. Drew's on. What's up, Drew?
What's up, Drew?
Drew!
Drew, long time no see.
Dr. Drew will be on the show here in a few
He
weeks.
says, yeah, screw Reese.
So,
That's funny.
and with that little bit of...
And he tunes in just for the barley wine.
That probably is what he was doing.
Yeah.
He's probably been like randomly popping on. Nope, we're not there yet. Nope. Oh, he had that one. I bet it's coming up next.
Oh, is this his beer?
No, this is just they love barley wines like we do.
Nice.
So, since he is on, though, I'll give you an update on who's coming up next. So, obviously, Tom is here, our first ever guest. We did a little throwback. We're pretty excited about that. We have Ashley and probably her business partner coming on from Brewies. So that is next week. They make dog treats from spent grains from breweries.
Oh, cool.
Really excited for that. And they actually package them in like beer can looking containers. It's fucking great.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Tim Dabson, who does a lot of volunteering with Indiana on Tap, works at Flicks, a whole lot of cool things. Tim will be on the following week. Then Dr. Drew himself from Hop Lore Brewing.
Buddy.
And then we finish up the year on 12/18 will be the last show of the year because the next Monday is Christmas and then the next Monday is the New Year, which we will have back-to-back weeks off. Just a heads up.
Hiatus.
There will be a 2-week hiatus for the holidays.
Slackers.
Well, one's literally Christmas Day, and the other one I'm going to be so fucking hungover I won't make it to John's. Because
Or he'll be staying the night.
my buddy's getting married on New
Already
Year's
beat.
Eve.
Oh, yeah.
Live stream the wedding on here, man.
Oh, I might live stream anyways, but it's Kelly Raver
Yeah.
repping Story Pop.
Nice.
The new year we're really excited for as well. We've already brought in Cody Moon, the new head brewer at Two Toms. Josh Cecil, one of our original guests from Cecil Magic, will be back on, and also the frontman of a pretty cool band I found.
Yep. Very talented guy.
Hot Mom Madison will be on following that. So we got some really cool people, theoretically, for like the 30th time we've tried to schedule her.
Yeah.
But we have some really cool guests coming on, so excited.
Yeah.
Dr. Drew, if you're showing up for this, I need a cutter, John.
Oh, buddy.
Your wife took the wine thing back up, it looks like, the wine key.
Yeah.
Why don't you just get the cat?
So continue talking. I will go find us something. It might take a minute.
That's fine. We have some cool events that we're a part of this year. One we still can't announce because until I get the email, I'm not putting the cart before the horse. But we are going to be a part of Frigid Digits this year out at Center Point in February. We're going to be pouring homebrew for the first time ever on January 26th at the Tasting Society event for Indiana on Tap. We'll be one of 10 vendors that will be pouring. We'll also have all our merch, all that wonderful stuff.
Nice.
So we're excited for that event in January. There is one more event in February besides our trip to Denver that we will likely be a part of. But again, until I get the official email, this thing is stupid deadly. It's a little weird to use for this because of the angle. But
Yeah, I didn't know those.
Well, I guess it's there.
no, I need that. Just because the angle's making it a little tough, but
Angle the dangle?
that thing's a little terrifying.
Yeah, you might have impaled yourself more than...
It's supposedly a bottle opener
Anything
that
for the views, man.
might murder you.
Right. He's been really dedicated to the show lately.
I mean, he's not wrong. But real excited for all our upcoming events, and as soon as we can announce the other one, we will. Here in 2 weeks, we will be announcing our giveaway and what's going to be a part of that. So, all excited for that. Yeah. For those of you that are Patreon subscribers, you do have automatic entries into our lovely giveaways. Anybody else, you'll have to wait and see on social media how you enter. Patreon subscribers, you will be able to also enter on our social media as well, which that gives you that extra, you're basically getting an extra entry by being a subscriber. So thank you to our really cool Patreon supporters.
And if you're not subscribed already, what are you doing? That's what I want to know. What are you doing with your life?
Yeah, what are you doing?
We're asking you all. I know what I'm doing as soon as I get home. Right?
That backfired a little bit, didn't it?
Trying to help you out here, man. Come on.
Tyler, Drew says he actually was on because he wanted to see if we tried that Drecker he gave us at Hops and Coasters. So that was his Drecker.
That's where we got that Drecker.
Nice.
And, that Drecker was fucking fire.
Yeah, Tyler was really happy with that, despite himself and his Drecker opinions on IPAs.
The first time Drecker's had an IPA that I liked.
Yeah, it's a good summary of that.
Most of their IPAs
The thing just died. I was like, I don't know where to go.
Most of their IPAs are under a 3 for me. John, take yours for me. Most of their IPAs usually end up at a 3 or less. That one was 100%. I think we gave it a 4 overall. I gave it like a 4 1/4. I won't take any from Matt this time.
Oh, he's saying the chocolate sour is what he gave us, too.
Oh, the chocolate sour. I don't remember that one. I'm going to have to look and see if we still have that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we still have it. Unless we drank it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's weird. I
You
forgot about
shouted
that one.
out that guy, Tim Flicks. Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Flicks Tim. We just talked about how great Flicks is. How did it take people so long to be like, I want beer at my seat in the movie theater?
Yeah. And dinner.
Yeah, it's a little pricey. It's the only downside to Flakes.
Yeah.
But let's get a couple pictures.
But
enjoy
is
the movie.
it? Hey, but think about it. Is it really? You only have to go to one place. You don't have to go to multiple.
It's nice.
It really kind of balances it out.
Fucking love.
They're just ahead of the inflation curve.
Exactly. All right, guys. Our barley wine that we're drinking is from Veza Sur Brewing Company. This is Sauv of the City. Barley wine ale aged in Cab Sauv barrels. Very excited for this beer. This was packaged on 11/17/21. 12.9% ABV. I have been holding on to this little barley wine. It has made me happy. It is time to drink.
So on the main can, we have the rotating base scooted to a point where
You can kind of see it
the bottle's blocking half your face.
on the main can. That's funny as hell.
Somebody's called an improvement.
Because it's so tall a bottle.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was gonna say like, well, the cans are kind of showing, but now it's like in your face.
While my face is hidden, I'll go ahead and lean off. And you can see our quote of the episode here. Essentially, that is from the most recent movie we watched for our Drunken Movie Review podcast, where you can find on literally wherever you listen to podcasts. We're on Spotify, all of them. We're on literally everyone. Thank you to our sponsor, Turf's Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Our Drunken Shenanigans.
Because without them, we would not do that podcast because I'm not paying for all that podcast spots. So, I'm cheap. Anyway, so thanks to them for taking care of that for us. But we watched Draft Day this week. So we will be reviewing 2 because John was a little behind last week. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
I
So
thought we were supposed to watch Slip and Slide 6. That's where that quote came from.
we're doing... I didn't even look what you put, to be
I
honest.
mean, I watched that one too.
Oh, okay. I got a little worried because I didn't even know what you put up there. We're reviewing Black Friday and Draft Day tonight. So those will be up theoretically soon.
A couple of you will be talking about Black Friday.
So, did you still never watch it?
I watched it.
Oh, okay.
It may not be the most expounding review.
I mean, it's a shit fucking movie, but
It had some redeeming things.
time
But
to drink the beer.
stay tuned for the review for our full thoughts on that.
So, Matt,
Yeah.
Cabernet Sauvignon is a wine grape. So,
Tyler's seizing over
I
there
know.
off screen. That's after I went to Can. That's not fair.
Talking
Timing!
about the fancy wine, Tyler.
Oh, I love wine, dude.
Yeah.
so there's some different Cabernet grapes
that nose is
that get grown. A lot of them in France. Napa Valley, Sonoma Valley, and California are also
that's
area where a lot of these are grown.
Yeah.
Also South America as well. And basically, these red wines are very dry. All the sugar's fermented out of them.
So the important part of that is, holy fuck, this is unique and good.
It smells
Yeah.
really boozy.
If you like bourbon, you would like red wines.
So I need to get into
They
that.
have a McFarland 12-year that is a bourbon aged in a red wine barrel as well. Also a very good combination. But the nose on this one, I think I've heard everybody say something about the nose. It stands out. It's a really unique smell. It's super inviting. So it's at least got that going for it.
I'm getting some good chocolate notes in that.
That barley wine, it has the complexity of a good barley wine. There's multiple flavors going on that are blending well. The dryness from that barrel definitely comes through.
Yeah.
That is a unique take on an English barley wine.
Yeah.
I like your wording because I'm curious what your score is going to be when you're like a unique take.
Oh, my
I like it, dude.
My score
Okay.
is very good.
So it has all the notes I want
Because
from a barley wine.
It's got a different
has,
flavor.
this is unique as shit.
Yeah.
In a big gulp, I just took a big gulp. That red wine blasts through in the big gulp.
Yeah. Very
which
dry finish.
Is really cool.
Yeah.
Very dry finish on the mouthfeel compared to most barley wines, where you have that sweeter, kind of sweet, sugary, syrupy finish. Not texture, but that's how a lot of English barley wines finish, is that kind of sweet, caramely,
Molasses-y.
dark fruit,
Yeah.
molasses, that stone fruit kind of finish. This, with that red wine barrel, brings a crispness to the finish.
Fucking good.
Yeah. I'm a fan of the dry after too, because anytime you have like a dry beverage and it just leaves your tongue wanting a little more, it's just an excuse to keep drinking, you know?
And
It does that well.
Yeah.
have you guys done both a small sip and a big gulp?
Yeah. It's
That's two very distinct flavors.
which is always I always appreciate when you get that different drinking experience on a big gulp
we get
compared
this
to a
from?
regular sip.
It's from Veza Sur. It came from Tavor, I believe.
Damn
I
it.
think I bought
I
it.
was saying, please total wine, please total wine.
No. I believe I bought this off Tavor. It might have been one of them that I went, hey, Matt, buy this since your crate's open. Which there's 2 beers on there right now that I'm dying that we don't have a crate open. But it's fine. It's fine. If any of you have a crate open that's watching, I'll tell you what beers they are, buy them, and we'll pay you back.
If my truck wasn't imploding, I'd be working on that.
I understand. Hey, bro, I understand.
This is my favorite bottle art too. I know it's not quite as like graphic as the other ones, but I love the
like the
cool
colors.
abstracty neon
Yeah.
vibes.
The colors are what really draws. And then you have the
Fun.
fucking bright ass pink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the pink
And
wax on there.
they stamp the wax.
Nice.
Oh, they stamped the top?
Tell me more about Veza Sur. Where are they?
No
No clue.
fucking clue.
Let's find
Give me
that
1
out, 'cause
second.
That is an important question right now. For someone who doesn't think they love barley wines, now drinking this, it's changing my mind.
All right, Vesasur is holy shit, John. You're never gonna believe it.
Indiana?
Napa.
It's fucking Miami, Florida, and we like it.
It's a Florida beer.
And we like it.
Wow. Holy fuck, dude.
Florida beer is
Shit.
Shit.
very often a miss.
I love how everybody has the same opinion.
No. Well, it's got Florida water.
Yeah, it really,
Yeah.
There's one brewery in Florida that's all right. Bonehook. If anyone's ever been to Bonehook in Florida, like Bonita Springs area, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Florida ruined Detroit. One of our favorite breweries.
Yeah.
They started brewing in Florida as well as their other one, and anything brewed in Florida is just garbage.
And now they're off Tavor.
Their
because their
untapped
went
scores
down.
got so low that it took them off at Tavor.
We need to be fair though. Florida ruins everything, not just beer.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Florida
They're
beer,
an equal
sure.
opportunity ruiner.
Hand me the marker.
Yeah.
It is God's waiting room.
I'll write it down
do you
later.
need?
I'll remember later.
Pen.
I gotta write it on a box because I fucking dropped my notebook.
What are you writing down?
What I forgot to write down last week, which meant I forgot to do it.
No.
What, the
Florida man shirt.
Florida man shirts?
Oh,
The Florida,
The
man
Florida
shirts?
beer
yeah.
shirts.
Yep.
Yeah. Florida beer assaults, yeah.
That is really funny.
Yeah. We decided last week we're going to do Florida beer shirts.
Florida beer
That's
found
pretty
drank by
great.
Gator.
Yeah, like that kind of shit. So Florida man highlights, but instead it's going to be like Florida beer.
Florida beer robbed at Burger King.
Yeah, like
I'm sure you've all done that.
Gator gets drunk on Florida beer, just does insert stupid
wins
shit.
presidential primaries.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, that's a great...
So I know what shirt we're making before the election this year.
Oh, God. That's...
Dibs.
Wins
man.
2024 election.
It happened on the show. That means it's already locked in.
Yeah.
He's signed a waiver somewhere, right?
Shit.
He's the first
It's
guest.
a shirt. It's 3 candidates. It's Florida beer, a Gator drinking Florida beer, and then just 2 unnamed candidates.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
Oh god, that's terrible, and I'm so happy.
Well, something good out of Florida has come with this Veza Sur beer here.
Yeah, it's a shock, but holy fuck.
Yeah. I really enjoy this.
I think the crazy thing with this, too, would be seasoned barley wine aficionados. This is still going to be a new experience. Like, this one is... Like you said, it sucks to repeat you, but there's not a better word. Like a unique experience on the flavor with this one. Like this is different than any other barley wine that we've had on here. And we've had, I think, a lot of bangers. We've had some not so hits, but this one's different than all of them.
Yeah.
Which seems kind of weird because the barley wine's never like the same two. Are never going to happen. But this one's a broad departure, but still true at the same time. Like it's competing ideas to say that, but does that seem kind of sensible?
Yes.
Because it's got the complexity like a barley wine. It's got some of the traditional notes, but it's also a broad step far with that barrel finishing that it had.
Yeah.
Or wine finishing.
Yes.
I'd be interested to try this in
At
the
first I thought you were going to be, now you're just
non-cab
patronizing.
I am.
Do they have a non-cab version of this?
I have
'Cause
no
I'd be curious to see what this tastes like
clue.
without that, and to see if it still holds up just as much. 'Cause
I would agree.
the cab is carrying, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
That's adding so much complexity.
The details they have on Untapped is literally just harmonious union barley wine aged in cab sauv barrels, malty backbone is enhanced by flavors of dark fruits and acidity. That's all it has on here. So I would assume most people don't make a barley wine
Just
to only barrel it,
Yeah.
Sure.
but you never fucking know.
And this is aged for a little bit, yeah?
Oh yeah, this is 2021.
Okay, cool.
That
Yeah.
turned out so good.
It's
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's time to score it, and I think I'm first.
I think you are first.
Yep, I got the
All
pumpkin.
right. Barley wine aged in a cab sauv barrel.
Off-screen Stephanie giving us her opinion.
The loquacious off-screen, Stephanie.
So loquacious.
The ever gorgeous.
So gorgeous.
She about spit her barley wine out.
So spitting.
And there's her spitting image coming down the steps.
We just assumed. What you think?
I actually could like it. It's not as, I don't like barley wine, so. But
That
it actually
Cab
is,
Sauv.
like, too sweet.
Cut that, dried it out. Yeah.
That's nice.
Love making her talk after she sampled one of them because she's always like, God damn it.
They're going to hear me.
Yeah, usually it's good.
They can't see you, though.
But she's so gorgeous.
I mean, she would be the best looking one on the show.
No doubt. Well, second best.
No,
I'm
I
not
said
on the
what I
show,
said.
John.
By far the best. By far
I'm
the
here
best.
every time.
Guys, for me, frankly, I'm shocked. It's a 4.75. It just misses a 5 because it's not quite barley wine enough in the long run for me to get to a 5 because it is my style. It is my favorite. But the uniqueness and how well they fucking pulled it off, easy 4.75.
This is one of those that I want to have multiple bottles of. That at fancy events, Thanksgivings, things like that.
This is a
I pull
great
out,
holiday
I share.
book. Yeah.
This is fantastic. And really, honestly, it's one of those, I want to give it a 4.75. That is right where I'm at. But fuck it. It's going to be a 5.
I think I remember where this came from.
Yeah?
I think Pete brought it back for us.
Oh.
Which
Love you, Pete.
Pete brought us a good beer?
I think it's a Pete beer.
Wow.
Which is impressive because every other beer he brought back from Florida was just utter garbage. But
That makes sense.
I think it's a Pete beer.
Pete, thank you, brother.
Seriously.
It's fucking good. Next time you're in Florida, get more.
That shit's amazing.
So I'm going to be on the same page with one of these two gentlemen for sure. Because I'm between... I've kind of gone back and forth between the 4.5 and the 5 total because it is a really good beer. It's really unique.
Yeah.
It's tough to get out of 5. I feel like there should almost be more beers that are out of 5, but because it's such a stingy,
That- and
like,
that's
you just
the
can't give
top
too many
score.
5s. So like, you got to hold them. But it's a 5. It's a 5, especially if I'm talking the style
Yes.
of the beer. Like if we're looking at a barley wine, this is bar none the best one I've had.
This is one of the
Period.
most
It
unique
just is.
beers I've had in a while, and I'm thrilled. I don't get that very often.
Well, you
Yeah.
can tell they're home.
Hey,
Hi, Munchkin.
not wearing gym shorts? What the hell?
She went to her sister's
Cross country.
thank you
Banquet.
banquet.
Not her
Nice.
open gym. Love you.
Love you, Munchkin. Stay out of trouble.
I tried.
Have fun.
Can't make any promises, right?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy finally eating?
Yeah. I had like 60 burgers.
Nice.
She had a cavity taken care of today and couldn't eat dinner when everybody else was starting to eat dinner. So we sent her to the banquet specifically because, she was getting annoying.
This girl, 7th grader, going to be 13 in a month.
Wow.
And like 93 pounds. And I'm like, they eat like crazy, nonstop. Got a
Well,
good metabolism.
And what's funny with her, she'll either be like, man, I'm not that hungry, doesn't eat anything, or she puts away, like she said,
Yeah.
60 burgers, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
She's like, my friends don't eat at lunch. I think that's crazy. Well, they're normal teenage girls. They're,
She's like, I get so much food, I don't have time to eat it all. It's her
know.
plate.
Don't eat food. I'm like, how are you guys not starving?
She'll literally buy like everything at lunch at school and then be mad that she didn't have time to eat it because
if my girls ever stop playing sports, they're fucked.
oh yeah.
It catches up to all of us eventually.
By the way, that does I know
Good.
that does end up a 5 average and
Nice.
a very
Good job.
very
Good job.
Yeah,
Same
hell yeah.
page all night.
Hey,
2 points.
this is one of those I understand
Yeah,
a
yeah.
5. I bounced like he did between a 4.5 to a 5. I just couldn't quite get there because,
I had no reason not to.
and it's hard to argue that it really
But
is.
as a barley wine guy, you might be a little more discriminating than I am. Like
That's
if that's
better.
not a
You should
style I go to a lot.
You should hear me about, especially if a barley wine's on like the borderline of being like a 3.754.
Yeah.
Oh god, you should hear me talk about them then. Whew. This one was easy. This thing was fucking good. Matt,
So good.
you don't count, but we want to hear from you. What
So-
was it?
I'm not as quite discerning on the barley wine as you, but I will say this thing was well executed, very unique, very delicious. I do enjoy it. It's not personally tickling my Elmo or tickling my Tyler, so it's not going to be a 5 for me. It's not that upper echelon. It's a 4.5. It's really strong, really good effort. Just not flavor profile quite my bag as much.
Super solid though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's.
I mean, super solid.
4.5
You're wrong,
above?
but
Come on.
you know, super
Four
solid.
and a
I
half.
respect that.
4.5 is about as good a beer as you can get. Then that 4.755 is. That's your subjective.
You want to know
top
how
notch.
wrong the people of Florida are?
No.
The average score on this beer is a 3.77.
Fuck off!
Wow.
I hate that.
Well,
app.
think about it. It makes sense. Hey, for Florida, it makes sense. All those Florida beers that are god awful are always scored high on Untapped because Florida people are so bad to being or so used to being miserable. That when they have something right, they're like, "Oh no, I'm not okay with this."
Also, this isn't a great 8,000 degree beer though, which is what their kind of running temperature is down there.
I know. I just saw
We just got that
our
text from
guest
Jared.
getting
What's
some
up, Jared?
fan mail.
Either Jared saw that he was on or randomly tuned in but didn't feel like commenting on there.
No, he had just popped on, and I was waiting for us to kind of finish it on a minute ago. Jared Shaw, Heart Tom,
Yeah, we got that too.
Yeah.
and
Hey,
Dr.
Jared,
Drew,
you're the man.
keeping beer local. Drew says Milford Ditch is going to be their Black Friday release this year.
Ooh, Milford Ditch is solid.
Which,
Yeah, no,
if
that's
you're
really
still
good.
watching, Drew, refresher, which is Milford Ditch?
I haven't had Milford Ditch, but I love MILFs.
I like where you're going with that. I respect that joke. I'm even going to give you a ding.
The Irish joke was better, but you know.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is Milford Ditch is one of those classic country Indiana deep ditch sides of the road.
Do they come another
It is
way?
a triple IPA as a beer, by the way.
Okay,
But yeah, and we actually, holy shit.
we really liked it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And considering I don't like triples, we gave it a 4.5.
Yeah,
So it's not a triple IPA if someone just saying, I'm going to make a triple, and it's going to be a triple because triple, right?
Well,
It's
a triple
actually- it
IPA
does it
is
well.
essentially a American barley wine.
Okay.
Actually, Stefan's the first one to ever say that on this show.
It makes so much sense.
And it made so much fucking sense. Because then when you drink what's labeled as an American barley wine and then drink a triple IPA, it's the same motherfucking thing.
Huh.
It's all about the malt body, all that's...
Interesting.
Like, it's all based on how it's done and, like, what's in it. It essentially is a fucking American barley wine.
Yeah.
And it was funny because Stefan said it on the show, and it's labeled on here, Milford Ditch, as a triple IPA, which makes me laugh even harder.
Yeah,
But we love the fuck out of that beer.
I knew
So
we did.
I knew we liked it because I recognized the name real quick. Like, because there's only two ways I can go. If I recognize it that fast,
It's either really good or really bad.
yeah. Now, I am the guy on the show that remembers damn near every beer we've ever had at some point, especially if you show me a label.
Oh, yeah.
I know if we've had it on the show or not.
That's impressive because y'all have had. Do you know how many beers you've had at this point?
Not exactly, because there are about probably 10 pages of beers that never got put into Untapped and were lost to the history.
Well, January will be our 4-year anniversary.
But we are at 1,410
Nice.
check-ins of unique beers. 1,445 total check-ins. Now, I would say
stuff.
take 10 of the TBG only scores for when I've been out of town. I kind of will check in once in a while just because I'm selfish. I want tax write-offs, so if I'm working, I get to write off my beer I order or buy, so, I check in and
Isn't
do
that
all that
right?
shit.
Yeah.
Because the 180 episodes, times an average of 7 beers an episode is 1260.
Yeah. So we're probably not that far
That's
off.
pretty impressive.
Very excited about it. We've had a ton of beer. We've had a ton of great beer. We've had a ton of really bad beer. But you can't enjoy a good beer if you don't have a bad beer.
I was going to say, as Smo has said.
Yep.
More good than bad, though, with that
Oh, for
3.42
sure.
or whatever rating.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Better averages than worse.
You got something over there, Matt?
Yeah, so Drew was saying, yep, that is the triple IPA, 10% in case you're curious.
Yeah, it was 10.2, I think, is what it's listed as last time.
And then with the beer that's coming out of the bottle there, we got James Miglin popping up. Says, let's hope for a better result this week.
All right, James, we're punting to you. You just called a fair catch at the 15-yard line. So
They only got 5 seconds remaining. They're going for the Hail Mary on this one, I think.
And then Ashley says, arrow up, yes.
I did text James because with it being the last beer of the night, I did want to. I know even if they watched early, it's very easy to
yeah.
be like, "Damn, is our beer ever getting here?"
Oh, is this James of Hog Molly, James?
Yep.
It would be.
Ashley is the lovely lady that made sure we got one of these, which, considering how much
Thank
we
you.
love it.
Thank you, Ashley.
All right, so this is Hog Molly Brewing Company's
Ooh.
strong
I'm so
side
excited going from Cab
Imperial
Sauv to port.
Stout aged in a port bourbon barrel. Barrel previously used to age Bear Wallow Distillery Bourbon, Brown County Winery Port Wine, and Woodford Reserve Bourbon. There should be a lot in that Angel share that can come out in this beer.
That's a trifecta of delicious.
I am excited. The year is 2023, 12.7%. This was literally released 2 weeks ago?
I think so.
Yes.
Nice.
It was Saturday 2 weeks ago was the release of this because we were at Full Fest.
Dude, immediately,
It smells great.
I'm getting copious caramel.
The
Like,
only
on the
reason we
nose.
got one is because Ashley took care of us and brought us one.
You rock.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
By the way,
Field goal range.
so hey, just a heads up for those of you Hog Molly people watching. My brother Brett is currently trying to talk his wife into heading down for their anniversary party.
Nice.
He texted me the other day. He's like, "Dude, when you see Jamie like next week, like you need to be like, you should go." Like, I'm like, but I will because I'm gonna be like, you're picking us up beer.
And we're gonna reach out to James and Ashley because we've got some ideas.
I don't know what he's talking about. I do know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, event wise.
Okay, there's...
Reach out to Lou. I want to quote everything to Lou just to watch his face.
Yeah.
He got to hang out with us quite a bit at Full Fest instead of just meeting us for, and talking to us a little bit. He actually got to see the full Two Beerded Guys that James, Ashley, Matt, all of them have seen.
Pass our apologies to Lou.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
No one should have to spend that much time around us.
it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun seeing like him have to be like, holy shit, these are those guys. Okay.
Now I see what they say about him.
Yeah.
Why do we like them
Man.
again? No.
I think this has really good flavors in it. I think
Yeah,
I
it
would
does.
really want to try this in like 2 years.
I really want another bottle now.
Because I think they'll blend even better than where they are right now. I think it's very, very excellent right now.
I'm going to need you guys to ignore John for a little while because he's had a weird tongue day.
I'm not.
No, I think that was a compliment, and a further compliment that he wants more later.
Yeah.
No, because
there's a lot of potential in this.
You only age, well, it's better to age the good shit, right? Like, if you've got something that's great and then age just makes it better, that's it. We don't need the age to make it a good beer, but the age will make it a better beer.
I
I'm
think
with
it
you.
will. I think it will.
This is really bad fucking timing. Where
about
the
a
fuck
cow.
is the paper towel?
Think about it, Cal, you'll be fine.
I just learned, did you guys know Bill Nye's full name? Like, what his actual name is?
It's not
The
that.
science guy?
Yeah.
I just figured his first name was Bill Nye and his last name was Science Guy.
Well, Nye's not Nye. It's
Middle name, though.
William New Year's Eve. I just learned that the other day.
What? Say that again?
William New Year's Eve, NYE. Stands for New Year's Eve.
That's clearly wrong.
That's his full
Who knew?
name?
Yeah,
Bullshit.
of course it's Paul.
Thank you.
What were you?
In all
entertaining
fair,
that as
no,
reality?
motherfucker, have you seen some of the names out there anymore?
Dude, that was a Twitter or X post, I guess, recently, and it made me
Yeah, we
giggle.
call it X now.
I
No,
thought I'd
it's,
bring it here.
I still call it Twitter specifically because if you type in the website, it pulls up Twitter at the top. Even if you type in x.com, it
Yeah.
then pulls up Twitter. Like it says Twitter.
I saw a meme.
John
today
didn't believe
or
me, I
a
showed
little reel that said something about daughter was named after her deadbeat dad, and her name was. Peace,
I do have beer
Peace Shit.
comments in a second. Don't worry.
I was gonna say I'm gonna.
That's not what they're here for.
All right, so on this beer, so John's wanting to age it. I don't. So, and the reason I don't, now I'm not saying I wouldn't because, well, shit, we'll age anything. If it's a stout, we'll age it. But with this one in particular, I'm a really big fan of the little bit of heat that's there because it's not strong.
No.
So, and with that heat though, you have a lot of sweetness from the caramel. I have a really nice barrel characteristic complexity abound in this beer, and the barley wine whore in me, fan in me,
Whore's right. Yeah. Go through first.
is
Go.
the complexity of this beer because of using such a unique barrel at this point that's had so many different things in it. Brings a lot of different flavors, and that little bit of heat that's to it really balances it. I don't want this beer to change.
I don't want it to age to calm down the heat. I want it to age so it just blends a little more.
See, that's what I'm saying. You're on crack. I think this is so balanced and blended that I don't want this beer to ever change. I don't know how to improve this beer. I really don't.
I'm gonna be between you guys. I like the way it is now, but I'm curious to see what would happen with it aging. To see what.
Well, shit, I'm always curious, but
Cause I don't know, because right now it's funny because you're getting divided flavors. Like everything is here because I'm getting a lot of caramel on the nose, and when I take a drink, I'm getting caramel, which is fun out of the concoction of stuff they put together. I'm getting like that stone fruity kind of ness on there from like the wine barrel.
A lot of that.
A dry finish. I'm getting almost not smoky, but like that char in the barrel is coming through. Like I'm getting flavors of all kinds. I'm getting a little chocolate finish just talking
it's
now.
one after another, and I just want to blend.
Yeah, and
I'm with you, John. I want a better blend. It's good. It is good how it is, how we're drinking it. I'm not mad at this beer in the slightest.
Not in the slightest.
But I want those things to come out. Matt, you're right on, man. A lot of those flavors are absolutely there. The char's really sticking out after you pointed it out. Didn't notice it before.
It's not like that in your face smoke or char, but it's just like it's a present thing. Like
a nice toastiness,
like a nice charcoal like smoke. You know, like this has got a lot going on in it, and I'm here for it.
yeah, absolutely.
Strong bounce back from last week, Hog.
Oh hell yeah.
Well, this is more
back to our.
This is more what we expect from.
This is what we were figuring.
Yeah, Shades of Montana and the Drive.
Wow.
I don't understand what that was.
Well, the Drive told me to just fuck off.
That was
Montana not so much because it was Elway with the Drive.
I thought it was a throwback to Draft Day when they talk about Montana and
all that Drive. I got you.
See, yeah, John was going deeper.
You went there. I thought you were making fun of me because the 2 times the Browns had the best chance to win a Super Bowl, John Elway and the fucking Denver Broncos, we either lost in what's known as the fumble or the drive. 2 years in a fucking row. So it's fine.
John was making a 2-knuckler joke in the John hole.
You want
it was a callback to
deep.
Draft Day, our fucking...
Also about the goddamn Browns, so you know why not?
And we just got a heart from
Browns fan,
James.
Good.
Back to you, sir.
James, Ashley,
Great
whoever
job.
else is watching, Hog Molly as a whole, frankly, this is exactly what we've come to expect from you guys. And so I'm unbelievably happy with this bottle. I understand what John's saying only because aging really good beers can be a lot of fun.
Yep.
It does bring out unique flavors. It can, tame one thing to balance something else. There's a lot of things that can come from it. I'm just really... I normally don't like beers that have such a barrel forward flavor that starts messing with things. This has a good, and I know that's not why you're saying to age it, but it has a very barrel forward flavor that blends, to me, is what causes a great blend. So I don't want to, when you age, that barrel forward will drop. So I don't want to risk that, is more me. Now, if I had a second bottle and I was able to drink this and then age one, I'm not saying it would make a full year because I'd have a really hard time knowing that. Like, I hide beer from John in our aging cooler over there.
There's not a lot in there.
That would be what John would be like, Tyler, I'm hiding from you.
It's John's cooler in John's house, and he's not allowed in it.
And he doesn't know most of what's in there, and it's great.
Or so he lets us think.
He doesn't. John's memory doesn't work that way.
I mean, after he gets on 10 years...
It's not necessarily like my memory. It's more just along the lines of, I just don't think about it.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, it's kind of ADHD. I got other things I'm thinking about.
Until you take the OnlyFans pictures of Tyler with the lights, and then you're like, hey, let's take some pictures in the age or two.
No. That's distracted.
So you definitely forget about it then.
Yeah.
So, time to score this beer.
I think I go first.
You do.
And I think it's a very job well done. I'm going to go 4 1/4.
Yeah, it's a great beer. A little sweeter than I like to see from an imperial stout, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I'm
It's
not
a
yelling at you.
personal
You're
preference,
fine.
right?
You're fine. I'm not yelling at you.
Yeah.
For me, it's like a 3.75, so still a very good beer. You know what?
Tyler was mad at me.
No.
And now he's not anymore.
With the rankings we have here, as a beer that I would seek out, I guess it would fall into the 4. So I'll bump it up to a 4 because I would seek it out. That's the thing. Like I would seek it out. So my personal Untapped ranking and how I do it would probably be a 3.75, but I think for the sake of the show, bump it up to a 4.
Yes. I'm off the hook.
You saved it a little bit. You about got backhanded. I'm just saying.
I want to make sure I'm following the show.
Because frankly,
guidelines
it's a
here.
5 for me. This beer is incredible.
Awesome. That's
This
great.
beer's fucking incredible for me. I as much as I made fun of and hammered the one last week, it's the complete opposite this week for me.
Yeah.
This is a
good beer.
incredible beer that for me, and again, I would love to see what happens with the aging, but it does scare me because of the way this barrel works with this. if any of that starts to drop, I wonder where that balance goes. And this one was on top of its game. So what's that end up being, John?
4.5 average.
Ooh,
Matt,
James,
what would you give it?
First
The
of all,
average.
James says a 5 gets 2 hearts. Man, this is so interesting, and I really appreciate and respect the flavors in this. That 4.75.
Nice.
I was wanting to go
Why
5.
is it Matt the only one I like today? All right.
Yeah, it's just not quite my favorite beers I've ever had. No offense, but it's definitely close up there. So 4.75 is where this thing's at.
Again,
no
why is
offense,
Matt
it's
my
only a
favorite tonight?
4.75.
Yeah. I mean, this is such a unique flavor on this one too. Like we had 2 back-to-back beers of bold uniqueness, and this
Yeah.
one's got a lot of interesting
Dude, those
stuff that
last
I
3
really
beers.
like.
Yeah.
Those were solid as hell.
Yeah, actually, yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
pumpkin
man.
one even too.
Which, by the way, it is that time of night. What was your beer of the night? Matt, you can kick it off. I'll
great
pull-
drink. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually gonna go with the pumpkin beer, despite myself. That one, not my favorite beer of the night, but the one that impressed me the most because my disdain for pumpkin beer and more the spice specifically. I really enjoyed that pumpkin beer.
For me, it's Sav of the City. That cab saw paired so well with that barley wine. It's unique. It fucking stood out. Absolutely.
100% on the same page. Side of the City. Excellent beer. I'm going to explore more barley wines specifically because of that beer.
Bold statement.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I've had something tickling my damn nose all day, and I'm fucking dying ever since I walked in this damn
Cocaine.
house. Nah, unfortunately. No.
Unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately not. You know, so...
It's a little to go sleigh ride, you know.
Wait, did you
It
bring
is
something?
Christmas
No.
season.
Not quite yet. No, we got another week. Then it's Christmas season.
You hear those sleigh bells singing, jingling too. It's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. No. All right. So, that's awful. Anyway, the last 3 beers
Awful
were all
funny?
fucking
Awful great.
stupid good.
They were
Yeah,
really
yeah, all
good.
fantastic.
All three of them.
My highest rated obviously was the Hog Molly, but I do have to agree with probably Matt, only because the pumpkin shocked me so
It's
much.
good.
Stop
I
agreeing
don't
with
like
me today.
pumpkin.
Let me be
I
my own
don't like
person.
pumpkin. I don't like spice.
You don't like Matt.
I don't like Matt.
So that's what hurts him the most.
That's
about
not true.
picking that
I like
beer.
Matt. I don't like agreeing with Matt.
The deepest cut of choosing that beer for him was agreeing with me.
Any of those last 3 easily could have been it. Hell, for me, the Drecker IPA could have been it.
Yeah.
Like,
for you,
yeah.
for you, absolutely.
This was a weird fucking day. So, great
good
beers,
way.
great time. Frankly, Tom, thank you for being on. I'm glad we
Yes.
could
Thanks for having
show
me,
you
guys.
the
Appreciate
new
it. Yeah.
way we do things a little bit. So,
Absolutely.
Like, it is really, think back, I haven't talked about it much, but like being our first guest, we had gone on Instagram live a couple times, and we were just like, we should really have a guest. Like, we know cool people who do cool things.
I'm like, I know this dude who does a podcast that's awesome.
Right. and we were just like, yeah, what are these fuckers? Well, I don't care, whatever. I'll join.
Free beer, right?
Tom heard free beer, and he's like, I like Tyler,
well, the
sure.
podcast has ended. I'm doing HR now, so it's a nice little escape for me.
Now he's like, I just need, fun.
Yeah,
We were in need of
this is
HR like
great.
2 weeks ago. Or last week, even.
So what we do is we end up, for our HR, it's whoever didn't say the offensive thing is head of HR that day. So,
Until they say the next offensive thing.
yeah, so
a rotating department.
it's fine. But
I'm not working right now, motherfuckers.
the joy of our small business is
Yeah.
oh, fuck, which one of us is it right now? Matt's the unpaid intern. Sometimes it ends up him. It's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ironically,
HR.
Moves around.
ironically, it was Tyler last week. That
It was the entire
not normally where
time.
that hat sits, but
No, not normal.
No, it's normally
man.
me that's causing the issue, not the one who is the
Mediating
fixer. So great
I
fucking
think
episode.
HR got called on me. I think it got called on Gabby.
It got called on Gabby almost more than anybody.
Yeah,
Our
yeah.
guest. So
Come on, Gabby, get it together.
she's not even an employee. How does that even work?
that's the real problem.
How
So
does that work?
Contractor?
I will have to say, bringing in our first guest, one thing that you noticed before we sign off, what did you notice that was the biggest difference between then and now.
The nude man behind the screen.
The dude.
Yes!
He has the biggest penis I've seen in my life.
don't
I
have to
appreciate
lie.
that lie, but I'll take it.
It is this big. I'm not even kidding. It is so big. Ladies, off-screen Matt. I'm just kidding. No, the cam.
No, that was not kidding.
Probably
That was true.
Yeah,
My
towards the end
real
is about
answer.
right.
I love that we can highlight the can, that we can highlight the art on the can, because like
Instead of doing this like we used to,
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Which
this.
can you
nice.
see? Can you see it?
You got tilted about
you can
this.
get that full view. People put a lot of work. Some great artists are put into these designs, and I think it's great that local breweries often use local art. So I think that's
it's
a
not
cool,
the
cool ad.
Yeti versus the condenser mic, or
Do you like the fact we have a Yeti koozie as our stand for the mic
I
over
wasn't
here?
going to say anything about that. It's nice.
We
It's a
literally
nice
use
Yeti
an
koozie.
expensive motherfucking koozie as a camera stand.
But it's
That's
got a
right.
450 North sticker on it.
We can flip upside down a pint glass and it'd be about the same height, right?
They used to make their beer.
No, they didn't. But we went from just Mike sitting here, like the
Telephone
the
mic.
condenser
Yeah.
mic.
the condenser mic to now.
that a singer would use.
Yeah, we've tried to update. We've added.
The camera that's more than 720p.
I just pulled up his video just because I'm curious to show
Lighting,
him.
of course.
I can't wait. If you haven't seen it in a while, I'm going to show you the first 30 seconds when we sign off because
I
it
don't
is
think
hilarious.
I've ever watched it after that.
I never
Background
watched it, it's fine,
decoration.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out our past episodes, though. You can find most of them on YouTube. We did have one hiccup on YouTube at one point in time, but check out most of our episodes on YouTube. It's a hell of a lot of fucking fun.
See how far we come.
Follow us on all social medias if you're still listening right now. So, otherwise, I'm TBG_Ops Guy.
Modog being Q.
Our guest today.
I am Tom. Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Get in there. Give as much as money as you can give. It helps these guys out a lot. They do a lot of work for very little money, so hook them up.
That's actually the definition of what we do. And behind the
Yeah,
camera,
actually.
the one, the only.
Off screen Matt.
Hey, we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.